fucking hands are broken.
Welcome, you just made it in time for the fire drill.
Oh! Oh, I hope the session actually runs today.
Alright, I'm headed over myself.
Oh no, it is. It's just we're going to map that as fixed teleports.
It's battle damage.
Request on conf
In this
again.
case, I'm dead.
Press off the boy. Hello, my love.
Hello, I am, Vev was inspired by Hanu, and you're gonna find out about it today.
What?
Hey, nice scar.
Thank you. You wanna see all of them?
How'd that happen, you stupid bitch?
Jesus, I wonder how.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Put you up.
Do it again!
You're fucking.
Whew! I'm steaming. I should take off my shirt. Oh, I should not wear socks either. Get that shit off. I'm gonna be heated up the whole session. I do not need any extra piece of clothing. You know it's gonna be an intense RP day when I'm considering I'm wearing fucking pants. Get that shit out of here. I don't need it. My own anime power is heating me. Yeah, that's much better. I'm not hot. All right, everybody, let's move away from the spawn.
Stop talking. Just stop.
No, Christy,
No, they
what
need
did
to
you
keep
fucking
talking.
I said,
What did
Vev,
Yeah.
to be precise, I had an idea, but Vev is gonna credit it to humanity, particularly Hannah, from watching her fight in duels.
Oh no. I'm concerned, but okay.
Oh no, it's gonna
That
be
could be
good.
a thing.
It's gonna be
Let
really
me see your mouth. Let me see your face. Hold on. Stop. Stay still real quick. Oh, okay. I thought for a second I thought the little thingies were like weight pain issues, but you're good.
Oh, thank you.
No.
They look their purpose. Okay. Yeah. I had to make sure.
I appreciate you.
Looking
Boo.
out for you.
There would have been time to fix
She's
this.
got
I
teeth
appreciate you.
fangs. She's got teeth fangs and lip fangs for double biting.
Yes.
I am so pumped. I got an idea in the middle of the Deadpool movie, and I'm gonna immediately drop it right now.
Hold on, hold on. Let me here,
spoiling it.
hold this tube. I'm pumping you up.
Let's go! Pumped! But no, nothing about the Deadpool movie
pump
specifically
it up.
got me, but there was, because my ADHD brain, you know, does like, you know,
Yeah.
multi-track drifting. In the middle of the movie, I was like, hey, wait a second.
Yeah. Stop posting about the Deadpool movie. I'm tired of seeing it. Oh, my friends are talking about the Deadpool movie.
It's really good. But that's all I would say. It's good. And it inadvertently helped me make this idea, because if I was doing anything else, my brain would be too focused to make it.
Yippee!
Ian lost. Just a week away. Can you
Right,
believe it, guys?
Elementing.
Ian lost us in a week.
Ian lost it in a
Woo.
week.
I'm so happy about this information.
I'm so happy about this
So
information.
happy about this information.
Eden,
Ian
just
lost
a week away.
just in a week.
Wow.
Wow. It got here so fast.
Eden, just a week away. God, I fucking love Eden lost.
I've been missing being a sleepy baby.
I am so glad that the team took a break. It's a good standard.
As hard as it was to wake, I'm just like, my brain, it's rotting.
Oh, yeah.
It's literally, it needs refrigeration, and it was left out in the Texas summer. I am rotting.
Better that than the swamp.
Swamp.
God, I am so fucking pumped. Like, I have, like, positive anxiety.
He.
Happy! Hi! Hello!
What is that?
Hello! I have an awesome idea I see that I'm gonna use, but how are you doing?
Did not bode well.
Yeah, I'm doing good. I am guest starring for a little bit today.
Your foot is sinking.
Oh dear, thank you! I did not look down!
It is quicksand. You cannot
cast
escape.
Not in the floor.
No! Must not happen.
Who casteth it?
Am I good now?
Helicopter.
Oh,
I
man.
believe so.
Ooh. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Ooh.
Let me see. That might have been a fluke.
What? What? What happened?
Again.
Just the perfect from you. Just out of nowhere. It just tickled me.
I need to
My.
Do you sing as well, Universe?
I mean, not professionally, but to myself
car wash.
and to my stream sometimes.
Okay.
I have
That's pretty
at least
good.
I can do a vibrato, and I have pretty good pitch range. So I'm happy about that. I once did a collab thing a long time ago during the talk era, but yes.
Oh, probably doing what's the Twitch sings? That used to be a thing, right?
Oh no, I didn't do that. I wish I did, but also I'm glad I didn't because it would have given me a lot of unnecessary copyright strikes. Because Twitch had no idea what they were doing.
Oh yes, yep. The era of everyone used to play their own music no matter what, and then it turned into, oh my god, burn it all,
Dude,
get it out of here.
I would have had a song that I would play
Yeah.
today, but I can't because it's copyrighted. I'm so upset about it.
The thing about Twitch clips is every single song you can make as an individual highlight. So there are people who had to delete like thousands
Oh, yeah.
of clips.
There's some people who just literally just
In
deleted their
between
entire
normal
library
stuff. Oh yeah.
because
That's
it
what
just
I
wasn't
did.
safe.
It was not comfy. But some of my friends that are like from that time are like, oh man, I remember this one moment. Can we go see it? I'm like,
Nope.
no, it's gone.
Sad thing.
Sorry.
Alas.
Yeah.
What are you free from?
Yes.
I had a cat on my stomach.
You said you had an idea?
I cannot move.
Oh
Is that
yeah.
for-
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's for tonight. Almost immediately. It's gonna be great.
Gato.
Sweet.
Oh, dude. Hey, Sean. Dude,
Should we get her started?
I cooked.
It does.
I'm so fucking ready for today.
Okay, we'll just have to let people
You'll
know
find out I see.
Some of the teleport menus might not work for folks.
For some people, it doesn't work.
Okay, I'll try.
We've got
Uh,
so we're gonna figure out why it's working. But
Yeah.
Oh god, I watched the Deadpool movie and I got the most.
She's about to kill us.
Let's do it.
No!
speaking of,
I'm kidding.
Not you! Not you too!
Oh, no, you said me. Okay, I'm
Not him either! No, you're too
I've
precious.
been joking with a lot of characters. Whenever they ask for a brother, I'm like, I'll be right. I'm your favorite.
No! I like all of them equally,
So-
thank you very much.
It seems to always be up.
Shit, Nisha was always like denying it, and then would immediately afterwards be like, "Hey, can I talk to you?" I'm like, "See, I am her favorite."
Yeah, it would like
Stupid shit like that. Very brotherly banter.
I know, I'm so stoked! I know! It's why I'm so excited this is happening today and that he's here. I'm not sure if these two will know about what I'm doing, but you will know.
I don't remember it ever.
For fucking sure, because I realized,
Going away without you to click something. So you might be
because we have,
Bernstein thing.
some pretty good intel, mercifully, from you and Victor. There's some sneaky shit I'm doing.
I'm sorry to inform you all, but somebody needs to be sacrificed. Who will be?
Godfrey.
your hand.
You shall be sacrificed.
Oh, what the?
Oh, shit! Perfect! He won't die! Yay, we win!
Why did you kill him though? Oh my god!
Victory!
Yes.
Victory!
I kind of want to have the.
And then we just do a big great dance.
Oh yes, I gotta remember. I gotta remember. I gotta remember.
Okay. That way we can
What?
skip some
Crypt
stuff and just
info.
have them.
Crypt info.
walk through
Got
the
it.
conversation.
Yeah.
You doing good, Sean?
Just quickly.
Doing good?
Yep.
Yeah.
Use the teleport.
This episode, a lot of shit.
Okay, cool. So we'll
I love it when I have an idea. It's so fun.
The ideas are flowing.
Oh no, it's one idea, but it's really fucking good, and I refined it. I'm so excited. No one's ever done it this way. I'm gonna be the first. It'll be historical. Woo! Which song? Oh, I'll show you.
I'm ready to die.
Not today, you silly.
No promises.
This song.
I'll quiz with you.
You guys are fine.
Just imagine this song is playing, okay? When Vev does the meeting thing, just trust me.
You probably could.
I mean, technically. It said you can.
I don't know,
Alright, everybody, jingly keys.
I don't think they will. I think genuinely they're gonna love it.
Alright, hello everybody. So, we have a couple of notes for today. For those of you who are returning from the mission, we wanted to remind you that you spent a day traveling there, and then you arrived sort of in the evening the next day, and those of you who went on the mission again, you've slept in your rooms for tonight. You haven't had time to really debrief or talk, but you got a night's rest at home at least. So you'll be starting in your rooms, and you can go from there. As for everybody else, from your perspective, it's basically just been 2 days. Nothing crazy. Things have been progressing, the alchemy has been alchemizing, yada yada. But slowly you've noticed preparations beginning in town, and you all have sort of heard the whispers. It's not really a secret that there's going to be the funeral for the old lord of the town, Joshua Kane, today in the evening. Or today in the afternoon, rather. Other than that, though, as you heard, because we did the fire drill, there's a new TP system where it lists all the names. It works for about like 80% of the people who joined, and then it broke randomly for some people in this lobby as well.
Wait, what?
We're still honing
like
in on
no
the
one.
why of that, but it works for
No
most
one's
people
here.
right now. We're not quite
Hello?
sure. It's not giving us any specific errors, so we'll figure that
Wait,
out.
I can't.
someday, But
Oh.
not a big deal. It's just the player TP system. Otherwise, we will need the
Oh no, wait. This is too few people.
Caiaphas and Alakai.
I need
plus
everybody.
the
Oh,
vampires
god
to
damn
stay
it.
behind for a minute. And everyone
Shit.
else, you can go in and get ready. We'll start IP at the bell, unless there's something else anyone needs to say.
Yeah, no, this is really small.
Oh, Emo's not here. He's taking the day off because it's hot as shit, and other stuff.
Fair.
So
Valid.
you can't see Barian, but that's not because of sus reasons. It's just because he's not here out of character right now. So don't get sus.
Listen, we know
I have a question for you specifically.
Yes.
Has information about the crypt been spread to the rest of the teachers at this point? Because I noticed that there's a really small turnout, and I'm worried that that information might be lost, but I know that we don't have much time.
I think Black ended.
I think there was some, yes. There was some talk about it.
Good. Then I
I
can
don't know
at
how
least
much of the extra info they got, but
mostly that
they know
we're
of
gonna
it
be
at
going.
least. Maybe eventually, yes. That's not in the map.
No, not today. I meant like that it is a
Okay.
thing that we are going to do in the very near future.
Eventually, yes, okay. I got you. I was about to say, like, oh.
No, it's not today. It's not today. God, if it was today and this is all we had, we're cooked.
No. We're dead. But yeah, no, it's yes, I think they have some of the info, so I'm not 100% aware of everything they have, but yes.
Shit, I don't. Oh.
How you doing?
We don't have much time, and this is all we have. Fuck! I mean, no one should be pressured into roleplay, but shit! Fuck! How am I supposed to do this without information becoming a goddamn Blackwell? Shit! Fuck! I wanted to...
I'm limber.
Damn!
These are my morning dances, you see.
Shit! The whole purpose was that I was gonna have, like, everyone informed all at once, but they're not... There isn't even half of the... I don't even think there's a third of the Academy here today! This is bad! Fuck!
Damn. Power of
Sheesh!
I love you, bitch. I never gonna stop loving you, bitch.
There was an item chest like literally side, so I didn't have to go all the way to spawn. But you know what? Fuck
I have
it.
to like get all of my giddy out right now because Rana is not giddy.
I am, but
you may
I'm
not
really
be giddy, but you are pretty.
Fuck, I had such a really good idea for today, but we don't have, like, even a third of the Academy, so even if I do make big moves, only, like, less than a third will know, and then we're gonna have the information black hole problem again. And that's the one I specifically want to avoid! Damn it!
Well, what you do is you take note of who's not here and you make a concerted effort to tell them at the earliest possible.
This would be better with more people. I guess we'll just do the meeting twice. Fuck!
I know, it sucks.
People
are dying because of heat.
Yeah, I know, I don't want
Who
them to...
invented the sun?
Deadass, for real, we have so little that it might have actually been better to cancel for today, but... I don't know. I don't want people to get, like, you know... I don't want them to die.
Damn here.
I can't wait for them to be like, we're gonna have our funeral today for our dad, and then we're all gonna be like, who?
No! What the? Who is not paying attention?
I haven't heard a single thing about somebody dying.
That was when we first arrived! That was the first thing they said!
He was already... That was the whole reason why we came here in the first place, partially, was that we were... The cover story was to help, you know, calm down the political problem with, you know, him dying and not having a direct
It was mentioned in the speech multiple times! You were there!
Oh, I wasn't listening.
Oh my... Well, that's your fucking fault!
You know it in character. Just don't.
I will publicly slap you.
I will come to your house and I will slap you.
You gotta remember, it started with Rana becoming the second, so it's kind of just been the only thing on her mind.
And now you're the first.
You're a second. That means you need to keep track of all of the information to keep the leader accountable. You're slack-a-lacking. I'm joking. That is very stressful.
Every time we've been here, we've fucked up.
Information.
Oh, well, no. I wouldn't say that. It's just that a lot of
Only 90% of the time.
No, not even that. Most of the time we're actually fine. It's just that there's a lot of really public mistakes, which hurts a little bit different versus all of our little secret behind-the-scenes successes that almost half of the Academy can't even fucking know about because everyone's doing their own little thing. Which is not a complaint from me, by the way. Because we have to delegate. Fuck. No, this ain't the vibe.
I'm trying to remember, like, I don't remember being told this. I remember being told that we're coming here because there's problems, but I never can't put it in my head.
Was the that was the why since the beginning.
The Kane brother?
Yeah.
No, the Kane father. The Kane father dying.
The father.
Why do you keep saying that?
I
That's a
believe
me
it was
problem. I know that.
Reviewed
Jeez.
before we left. Yes.
Multiple times.
I think because that was the thing. Because at the assembly was when they first told us. Before we left. Okay.
Okay, big day. You. Do you know if Chips is gonna be up and at 'em today?
No idea.
If he does, I am trusting you specifically to look after him. This is a job that only you can do.
I'm not going to watch him in his sleep.
No, of course.
Do my best.
Of course. And while that's going on, I'm
He
going
needs
to
rest, nonetheless.
I agree.
What's your plan for today?
A very big one. One that might be better if you aren't informed for. But that is something I'm going to leave to you. It involves you know what. Which is why it's super important that you look after Chips. Because this is something that only you can do. But if you think he can handle himself, then you could attend. But that is something that you would have to decide based upon your rationale. Because we trust you so much as a squad mate.
If you believe I should be in the blind, so be it.
I do not believe anything. That is something that you need to decide. You need to decide whether or not Chips needs to be watched over.
Very well.
I will be assembling things near immediately. Although I might have to do this a couple times, unfortunately. So you might need to watch Chips a couple times, if you choose to do that. Big stuff today.
Big stuff.
It's gonna be okay. I think I've figured out a way to make sure that we can get through this really well. On that note, I'm gonna get on moving.
No, not recently.
Perfect! I need to talk to you
I've been
immediately.
Sick, so, have you seen anyone, Victoria?
Does this need to be a private conversation?
Ideally.
No, I don't.
Let's head up to the professor's loft then.
Apologies about this, Andy. No.
Morning.
Morning! What the? Ha! What's that all about?
Our lab that we utilize.
Okay. Well, I have a very specific question to ask you.
All right.
Because I do not know which professor was told this. Have we been assigned to go investigate the sewers yet?
Investigations have already happened, and any further investigations are on hold for now due to circumstances.
On hold. Is it planned to pursue further at this current juncture?
Later down the line, but for now, they'll need to be post any further action needs to be postponed due to the fact that recent operations were discovered by Blackwind.
Okay. Blackwind, huh?
He has volunteered to take care of further things down there and is not asking for any assistance at this juncture.
Are there any other teachers present?
Madam Minerva's the only other professor I've seen immediately awake this morning.
Are there going to be any further discussions of these sewers?
Discussions can be had. We have schematics, blueprints, maps of the sewers, but any current operations, unless carefully thought out, are going to, again, be postponed. More than likely, we're going to wait at least a little bit of a cooldown period.
So it is intended that we will be going in eventually, then?
We will be investigating further down there, yes, but for now, again, postponed due to circumstances.
Then I need to have all of the students and teachers gathered immediately. Well, before they go and run off and do other things. There's a plan that I need to share with them, and there's something that they should be aware of. I've been working very well behind the scenes, and we might not have as much preparation time as we would like. But I'm a little bit ahead of the game right now.
Nisha had assigned Lux and Mason to further investigate, and again, they did do an investigation. There was some discoveries made, but again, because of that operation. Okay, what do you? Okay, let's start with what you know, because before I gather everyone necessary, I'd like to hear what information you have, because it sounds like you know something I don't.
I know a lot more than you do. A lot more than everyone. But if I am going to be giving out information, I want to do it to everyone at the same time. It's a big one.
Then why don't you be present at the leadership meeting, and leaders can hear the information.
I don't want it to be with just the leaders. That's how we got into all this problem. Everyone needs to know. Everyone. I will attend the leadership meeting. They can finish their conversations. Then I will drag the other students in, and we will discuss it with everyone.
Okay. I need to hear the information to determine if everyone needs to hear it first. I understand that you want to disseminate information quickly, but I need to know what we're working with before we start jumping the gun.
How soon is the leadership meeting?
I'm having the leaders should be gathering at the bottom of the stairs now.
When I say that this isn't to be discussed, I mean that it isn't going to be discussed. You will not talk about this to anyone. It dies in your memory, it dies in your lips. You do not speak of it to your other fellows, until again... Well, I guess since you're here, that's fine. No, it's fine. You can stay.
Okay.
The problem that I am trying to avoid is I don't want anyone to talk about it once the information is given out. Because that is always when information is spread, and that is how we lose. But I need everyone to be on the same page, or we won't win.
So you don't want information to get out, but you want to give it to everybody.
No. For fuck's... When information is spread, it's when people discuss it among each other. Not in the moment of first transmission, but afterwards. People talk about it in places that they shouldn't. People vent. People do things... They talk about it in the streets. I have caught many cadets doing such things. That is why I am going to be addressing it in a direct manner with everyone. Because if there is no confusion, if there is no people acting on their own, so long as we are all on the same page, we can get through this. So when I say that after I say this to you, it dies in your mind and it dies on our lips. All of ours.
Okay.
Are we in understanding?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Godfrey intends for us to investigate further down the sewers. Not because it is the sewers, but because down there is the crypt. It has something that he wants. He is going to make us go in, tire ourselves out, and then take us out while we are tired. I have a plan. A pretty damn good one. One that won't be obvious, and one that will not tip off our enemies, because it seems like a normal thing to do. But I don't think anyone's used these things in the way that I intend to. It's as simple as that. But of course, if any of this gets out, then he might not send us at all. Or he might prepare, which would ruin everything. Godfrey is assured in his own intelligence. Not as smart as we might think. That being said, if he knows, he will prepare.
The risk of... What about the, So, Ellie and Ron have both said not to inform Victor on anything we're doing.
I have already handled that.
Does that include this or not include this?
Okay. To be clear, Victor needs plausible deniability. So long as you give him an excuse that he could logic out, he'll be fine. I have given Victor the option himself about whether or not...
Hannah.
Hello. He thinks that he can attend.
Everyone is waiting for the meeting, so whenever you guys are ready and finished.
Thank you. And the problem being is, if you intend to tell everyone and be absolutely secure, we do not have a space to guarantee that. We can attempt to close out the common area, but again...
What? No.
We're just
talking.
Make everybody squish in here.
Yeah, that's what... No, never talk down there. Always talk in one of these rooms. That's how information gets out. I thought that was basic.
That was the original... I empathize with you. I've also told people... I said, if you're... They mistook it for us trying to hide information or tell everybody. I literally had the exact same issue. I told them, when you leave this room...
Okay, I understand. We only have so much time.
Is your room.
Look, if we get all the information out, all at once, and in one of these private rooms, and make sure that everyone only ever discusses these things in these private rooms, it will be okay. But if anyone even so much as places a zip outside, then we're fucked. These guys are invisible. They've been invisible inside of the tavern. They have birds that can listen on top of every awning, but no one ever looks up. No one ever thinks to look up or even be aware of their surroundings. So that is why we need to have this meeting and we need to emphasize this thing. Because if we sneak around like how we have been before, holding on to our own informations close to our chest, granted, most of which for very good reasons, this is going to fall on our face because people are going to investigate, people are going to ask questions, people are going to be confused, it's going to be discussed to death, and then our enemy will know what to prepare for. That's why it's all at once in these rooms. I don't want to have even the slightest telephone. I don't want it to come from leaders' lips. I need it to be from mine. And they all need to hear it.
All right. I will trust you. We will have the leaders' meeting. We will get all that out of the way. Then we will have the squad leaders gather everyone in here and you can make your presentation.
Good.
All right. Again, you can stay for the leaders' meeting if you wish, but I will have it nonetheless. Squad leads.
Yep.
It's time.
Yes, we are having our meeting.
Let's get going.
The
Well,
Lord
I
was
have
asking
to
if
go
he could join.
into a meeting, so don't
I
get
see no reason why not.
Come on, Lemeth.
Alright, Liang.
Why are you having the Lords in the meetings?
You should run. That'll be alright.
You can have your meeting first.
Understood. We had Ardenville with Hannah.
I'm over here. Just there's a pillar in the way.
Apologies, yes. Okay. Alright. Good morning, leaders. A couple things on my end.
Why him of all of them? Like, of all of them, why him?
For the lycanferalism.
Any time today, if you'd like to give that to me, I'd be very thankful.
I was going to ask if you wanted to be... If you wanted to give it a shot. Again, it is... You would be the first test of it actually working. As far as I can tell from all non-live testing, it reacts like a alchemic potion should with the source material and with any cadaver flesh I utilized it on.
I'm so
Not having
pissed.
violent reactions. So, again...
I'm so pissed I can't even pay attention.
He
I
is
need
an
to pay
extreme
attention.
Case, almost. Anything can happen once he takes it.
Better than some random
Worse.
civilian having to do so, right?
Yes.
But you understand the risk and are still willing to accept this.
I'm still talking to the witch about the market. I was gonna mention it when you asked this question, so we were able to.
So
get
we're actively discussing witches in here? Oh god.
someone.
The markings are a different problem from the feralism that he has contracted, however. Or are they linked that I'm unaware of?
No, we can trust them. It's just that we need to have a place where we can discuss things away from the lords. That's the problem.
And ensure that it works.
He is trustworthy. He's just young and easily manipulated.
I also have a second potion that I've been working on the side that could potentially help us.
He doesn't understand what kind of things could or could not benbenefit the enemy. That is the problem.
I think my alchemist.
Okay, I turned off my mouth tracking. Thank God.
Before I have them have a better understanding of it before we move into live testing. But
No,
again,
that's not even a
another
trust
potion
problem either. It's just that you need to actually have a place
further later,
where cadets can discuss privately away from these political officials so that they can give it to them polished and give them only the information that they need.
Since you are here, I had a question. I understand a few nights ago there was a spotted that attacked one of my students and hunters were dispatched. Do we have any updates on that?
I have not received updates as of right now. I just got back from meeting with Lord Godfrey, so it may come soon.
Okay.
But unfortunately, I
understood.
don't
So
have news at the moment.
Understood. Thank you for that. Alrighty. That is everything I have on my end. We will do a usual rounds to see if there's anything going on. So let's start with Ardenvale. Do you have anything?
Nothing outside of the I suppose a report on the mission we had the other day, or yesterday.
Right.
But I don't know if you want to discuss that here, and now or later.
We will debrief later with the people that went.
Plus,
on
when
it that
there
are
is a
present.
political party here now, they're gonna want to withhold information, and for the fact of like trying to keep shit political.
General.
Since we're holding off on the debriefing, nothing else.
Ow! Oh
Vanguard.
god, my stomach hurts. What? Oh no.
Nothing to report.
Ignis.
Well, it was just shop thing, but Chips is still recovering.
Ow! Oh no, my stomach hurts.
I
This is very bad
see
timing.
very to little to no progress, but we'll keep an eye on him. So
I disagree, but you know.
Thank you for that update.
Ow.
Crystal Thorn.
Nothing for me. Levi.
Nothing from me. I just have a personal request afterwards.
Understood. Gallant.
Nothing to report aside for we're still working on aiding any civilians as possible, construction, foot-wise, or any sort of sorts. That's
I'm
still
gonna see if it goes away.
Slow but steady.
It feels like it is. This happens sometimes with me. Is I get these rolls of horrible pain and then they just slowly fade away.
And Lord, if you would.
Okay.
This will be quick.
It feels like it's fading. Oh, thank
Father,
God.
Joshua,
Oh,
will finally be having his funeral today. When the market bell goes off, instead of having market hour, people will start heading outside. And I just wanted to invite you all if you wish to come along as well. You can just follow the crowds. It's straight across the bridge, and if you follow the path straight, it goes straight to the chapel. My only request would be if Ascension could stay towards the back, just to give the citizens the front. That's all I would ask.
Okay.
Easy
All right,
enough
I'm good.
request. All right.
It passed.
Thank you for the invitation. We graciously accept.
Yeah, that's IBS for you. The tummy ache attacks that just randomly happen and then go away.
All right.
It might come back later though, and then I might have to
I'm
actually leave.
going
We'll
to
see.
Make my leave. I have to update my brothers on a few things. Thank you all for your time.
Oh, this works out.
One thing that I'd like to bring up to you soon, or do we have anything else for this meeting, sir? If not, I can just walk with him and give him a few bits of information.
I will
since
need
he's
you
in a rush.
to stay behind, unfortunately. You'll have to touch base with him later.
Okay. I will try and catch up with you as soon as possible.
I'll keep my eye out for you.
I am going to generally state for the room, rather, I'm going to ask a question. Do the brothers participate in every single meeting here? Wishy-washy?
Not everyone, but they do come frequently. They come frequently enough that they are allowed, but not every time.
I'm going to exercise how important it is to have meetings with just the academy and then presenting to it any information that they actually need in a careful way. Because if you do that, there will be people who might withhold information that could be beneficial for all of the academy because they are worried about losing political face by having an outsider, a third party.
Honestly, I agree.
I will keep this in mind for future. In this case, it was more just because he had something to request of us, but I will keep this in mind for future reference.
Very good, thank you.
Should we have the squad leads gather whom is up and have them gather up here?
That would be great.
Squad leads, gather your squad into the professors. Make sure the last person locks the door behind them.
No. You stay here. Okay. I think.
It should be Oh, so we're awakening.
Last
Let
I
me just
saw,
have a quick look.
he went into
take a look. I'll
Ignis'
wait here.
room
We're
with
bringing people up here.
Morgan.
We're bringing people up
You
here.
can stay here.
So-
I'll go look for him.
Don't force him to come, just tell him that
Okay.
it
How
might
you
be
feeling,
time
Lux?
to watch chips or
Fine
do
enough.
other things. That's how I would phrase it to him, please.
Good.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm alright.
Should I just not even
Looks like
worry
I'm
about
better
it
off
then?
than you, so.
No, tell him those
Well-
exact words because I want him to have the
I look
choice.
worse than I feel.
Because he will know whether or not it's better for him to be here or not.
I'm sure. I'm not sure it's possible for you to feel bad.
So you do want me to mention that we're having this, but also
No,
it's
no,
probably a good idea
just
to watch
say
chips.
that it might be time
didn't
to
feel too
watch
good
chips
getting
or do
blasted
other
with
acts.
necrotic
And
the
if he
other
says,
day.
I think chips is fine,
That
bring him
kinda
here.
sucked.
I imagine that
Okay.
would.
A little bit.
Like I said, plausible deniability.
I'm very concerned, Vivina.
Because
But
it's
okay.
ready.
What, with the Victor thing?
Professor, I'm gonna ask my
No,
thing
whatever
before we get
you're
started.
whatever you're plotting.
Oh, something I learned from humans, actually. You inspired me for this one.
I'm gonna ask you my thing before we get
Science?
started.
Oh, that's very
I am
concerning,
down to
actually.
my last pair of gloves.
You're very smart, and I learned a lot from you.
They're a little fucked.
Wait, what?
Hello.
What's going on?
Is there any way
He's,
we can get
he's
new ones?
losing laundry.
I'm losing clothing.
You're lucky. Hi.
Like stolen
Hello,
or torn
Vivina.
apart?
I will.
He's destroying his clothes.
Oh, well, I can repair
Or a
it.
requisition we can make.
I can repair it in the meantime.
That would be awesome.
I can repair it in the meantime,
would
but
be
you
awesome.
should get something because my webs aren't acid resistant, and who knows what we'll fight against, right?
Yeah.
I will see about
But
getting
for
you
the short term, I
getting
got
some additionals.
I appreciate it, both of you.
Yep.
Right.
Good
I was gonna say, I have a Vivina.
At least you still have abundance of shirts, Lux.
I do.
I don't know how many times you're gonna tear it
I'm
off.
gonna squeeze in right here.
If you could stop breaking your shirt off when you're
Lauren is just like
fighting.
dibs.
He
the
said he doesn't want to.
chest.
Very good. Cool.
The poor
They get
chest is gonna break
stolen
under.
from me.
They're not all that heavy. The only heavy one there is, you know what? Never
Yeah,
mind.
it's lugs.
Are you the
We
only
don't
one
talk about a lady's
from
weight.
Ardenvale?
Yes, sir.
Is this everybody? No. No? Okay, waiting.
No, Cortez is gonna join us in a moment. But if it takes long,
Cortez.
we can relay the info to him.
Go, well, that'll be a part of the thing that I will be discussing.
We are right here.
Great.
No, this mission has been a very big learning lesson about how we should disseminate information and how to do it safely and how to do it unsafely. It's good to learn.
Yeah, Zach is electing to be the first step.
Where was Cortez when you seen him?
He was on the Gallant Storm at the moment.
Is he speaking
Going
with
to
someone?
put purple paints
No,
into
he
his
was
shampoo.
having issues waking up.
Then.
Oh.
Then we
Maybe we should start then, or
We
we don't know
when.
Someone made the
That
bed, but the
depends.
sheets too tight. He could not get up.
We will at least lessen the degrees of mission or information transmission in this case.
I will be going over that. Rest assured. Okay.
One moment. Let me ensure the door is locked.
Awesome.
The older he is.
Oh, speaking of.
There you are.
Oh, lovely!
Slipped right in.
Perfect. Perfect, perfect.
Ha.
Mr. Saris, the floor is yours.
Okay, so I have been working hard behind the scenes. I know quite a bit, and in particular, I have an advantage that I am going to be sharing with you all. At first, I'm going to ask you all not to interrupt me, but there will be a time where I want us all to discuss this into the ground, because trust me, we haven't had opportunities to do that before. I want to amend that. I do not believe that we should be having meetings with only certain people involved. I understand that it's quicker, but I've realized that there's a lot of information that gets stuck in the dirt, falls away, or worse yet, is discussed in insecure locations, to the point where our enemies get this information before the rest of our academy does. This is something I want to prevent, especially with what I am about to tell you all today. Are we all understanding? So, I'm going to go over how we're going to discuss this, and it will only be discussed this way. I don't care if it's inconvenient. I don't care if there is someone that you think needs to know exactly in that one moment. I don't give a shit. It doesn't happen unless it's from my mouth, from these meetings that I will be doing daily, every single time, so that people can rehear it, so that we can discuss it into the ground, and to make sure that there is no confusion, because that has been one of the most horrible things that have been happening so far, is that we get confused, then people make their own little plans on their own, and then they do their own things. We all need to be on the same page, or we're going to lose. Are we understood?
Mm-hmm.
All right, sick. So, before long, we will all be sent to investigate deeper into the sewers. In the sewers, there will be a crypt. There is something in there that Godfrey wants. He is going to send us in. He is going to let us take care of most of the things in the way. Then he's going to come in while we are exhausted, with our mana depleted, wipe us out, and then take what he wants. The luxury is that we now know that this is going to happen in advance. So I thought up a scheme which I hope that you all will improve, but this is what I thought of so far. First off, we are going to be hoarding healing potions. Nothing that is obviously harmful towards a vampire. Nothing like holy water. Nothing like that. Not even silver. Collect as many healing potions as you can, as well as anything that you think would be advantageous for a fight, like a giant strength potion, but especially healing potions. Obviously, we'll need stamina, and here's the other fun part, mana crystals. Before we even go into the crypt, we are going to put half of our mana into these crystals. And even ideally, we'll have extra to be putting our mana inside before we go to bed at night. The purpose for this, I'm sure, is immediately obvious to all of you. We will look tired. Fuck, we will actually be tired. However, we will not be out. We will have our options. Why the healing potions? Well, some of you might remember a certain incident in year 1 when our lovely Chips had taken a little bit of a glug of a healing potion on accident. Healing potions are extremely harmful to vampires. So what we will be doing is we will be coating our blades in healing potions and going the fuck to town. Something that I had also considered is that we could overstock ourselves in terms of saturating our blood with healing potions. This means that their allies would not be able to possibly drink our blood safely. This is not something I'm 100% sure of. It also comes with the disadvantage of having ourselves at peak potion problem right all at once. This can have a lot of obvious issues. However, if we have enough mana crystals stored up, it might not be as bad as it might seem, because we can stock up our healers with enough juice to kick us back up. And especially if you do not use mana for attacking, store as much mana as you can every single day, because this could literally save a life. We do not have the means to store blood nor buy it. Not really. So people are going to bleed, we're going to bleed a lot, and of course, vampires fight with blood. We can't safely store that in advance. So we're going to need everything that we can from the magical healers, and to prepare them as best as we can. That is the extent of the plan. I'm sure you all understand why it's extremely important that this is not discussed at all when we leave this fucking room. Not even in vague illusion. Not even in fun little jokes. Nothing. Because if Godfrey and his crew gets even a whiff of this, we are fucked. The only advantage that we have is that they underestimate us.
Mwah.
So please, please do not kill us by being careless. I believe in all of you, and that is why I am sharing this with you. So, let's do this in an orderly fashion. Let's not scream all at once. Raise of hands. I noticed that you raised your hand earlier. Yes, madam.
Just to make sure it's perfectly clear. Not Ascension Academy, not in this room, not discussed. I know some people have favorites with certain ones, but not Ascension. If you're not Ascension and you're not in this room, it's not talked about if it's not with them.
I will be the one who will be giving the plan every single time, because if we play telephone and we let someone else interpret it, it will be misconcepted. This isn't because of any form of vanity. This is just efficiency. Yes, Ellie.
How many magical healers do we have?
1.
Nerali. Morgan.
Oh, Gnarly.
We have
Shizuko.
Shizuko.
Shizuko is not a healer.
Oh,
For mana,
She's not.
especially.
she can help Rize at least. But this is a
I don't know
good
how
question.
comfortable I am with putting Morgan on overtime.
I'm not sure that we have much of another option. If you have one, I'd be happy to hear it.
Yeah. I don't right now. Just voicing my concern. I guess.
Absolutely.
I'd love to have a solution for you.
I fucking love that you're bringing it up, though. Anyone else? Yes, Hannah.
2 things at least. 1, your things with the mana transfer into crystals won't really work, will it? Because there's only so many of us that can transfer mana into crystals.
I thought that
Reese can take from them,
everyone.
but
Okay, hold on.
no, only Shizuko, I believe, can transfer mana.
God, I have a question for thee. Can everyone transfer stuff into mana crystals? I thought that Shizu was the only one who could do it into people.
That shit got retconned like a year ago.
Really? Oh, okay.
That shit got wrecked. Yes.
It's okay. It's fine. Oh wait, can you do it? Can you? Lex?
Any of us from GMA can. And we can show you guys how to as well.
I thought it was only Shizuko can go to people.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Everybody could put into. Yeah, that's what I understood. The correction was.
Yes,
that
so
Shizuko
everyone
is
can.
the only one who can do into people.
But everyone can go into monocrystals and take from
She's the only one
monocrystals.
that's ever transferred directly into me. Otherwise, everyone else has been casting on my earring.
Yes,
That's
which
how
is a
it's
mana
been
crystal.
different.
I just
So?
refill my crystals manually.
Monocrystal
Though
still
also,
works,
drawing from a crystal takes a long time.
but we won't be empty.
Which if we do it every night, fine.
Storm
But
crystal. That's on my weapon.
it's not.
Shizuko's the one who can do it
horrible.
efficiently and through people.
If we only have 2 magical
Right.
healers to worry about,
Yeah.
and if we disseminate between which people are magical casters, then we can specifically make a strategy to protect them while they get pepped up.
Secondly, as for your idea about healing potions, that also won't work.
Really?
Unless we, yes. Unless you want to start intravenously entering holy water into people, which, trust me, has been tried and does not work. You're not going to be able to do that or make yourselves effectively invincible to them, to their bites. That's a very...
Okay, that part. Okay,
That's
good,
something
good.
that's been...
That was
yeah.
the minor one. I was worried about the other part not working. Good, good. Okay, so then try to not take as many potions as you can. Yeah, no, that's good to know. Try not to take as many potions as you can so that we can save it for when they try to ambush us. Us looking extra tired in advance might work out for us.
I believe our stock is low in that regards to healing potions. We had limited supplies when we assaulted Withermore. And I do not believe we've had a major chance to restock.
Now, here is the fun question. Who hasn't spent money? I have 150 gold that I didn't fucking touch!
Okay.
Look at all that money! Sorry, sorry.
Favina.
I apologize.
Please.
I apologize. Yep, that's fair.
Inside voice. Especially considering we're dealing with vampires that have super hearing.
Fair.
Please.
True.
Keep your
I
voice
know
down.
we're rich.
Thank you.
At that one. It's fine.
Still,
Anywho.
just for the sake of our ears, please.
So let's have someone with good math. Let's try and consolidate as much money as we can. We will figure that out later, but I'm sure that a lot of us have a lot of money that we can work with. Yes, madame.
I did put
I'm good
the
at
day
math.
that I came back to bring supplies to the keep. I did send a letter out requesting an available standard restock of potions, medical items, whatever was available from the closest area. I don't know what the time frame to be delivered is. I will follow up with that to see what was responded from the CAF, see if there's any progress where that letter might be.
Yes, Liang.
Do
You
we
rose
wanna
your
take
hand
stock of
first.
gold
Liang
right now?
first. Nope, we'll do that at the end. Yes, Liang?
We're gonna be using to buy these potions, because if the entirety of Ascension starts buying en masse this amount, they will be raising suspicions.
Not really, because we used up a lot of our potions during the Gorm situation. It is actually completely within brand for us to be buying potions right now. Especially when we had someone attacked in the middle of the night by a big beast. Yes, Flora?
Would be fixed by have a professor buy it instead of students.
That could also work.
Can better act as resupply.
I've been working with the merchants to do that in between missions, so...
All right. Perfect.
I could talk with Samantha, who's the alchemist in town, see how much she has in stock.
When you do that, there is something I can offer you, but I can't discuss it here. Rize.
2 things. First one is more of a question. Are you able to say where you got the information that we're going to be sent into this crypt for that reason?
They can speak now if they wish, but I will not be putting that on them. Because it is not really relevant when it comes down to things. We have this confirmed. We know this is going to happen. You're just going to have to take my word on that.
And Second is, Professor, do you remember that sample that I gave you a while back from stuff that I had created and that turned out to be a healing potion? If you can get a hold of the, I believe, the
Ingredients.
star leaf, then for the sake of coating weapons, the potions made in my body might adhere better than the standard liquid kind.
You could also store a lot of potions inside of yourself that you could use with your swords to get in them. Oh. Yes.
It can be stored without
I know where we can
using
get
them.
some Starleaf.
Oh.
If Lux now remembers where we found the stash.
Perfect.
I'm sure you wouldn't mind a little off the top, right?
Just a little
I'll
bit.
even leave some gold behind.
Yes,
get it
Flora.
covered.
Yeah.
I'll get to you after, Hannah.
If he's still alive, Laura could try improve Starleaf you have.
Ooh, stronger healing is always good. Yes, Hannah.
I think the point is we can do both. We can buy, but also gather. Everyone knows at least how to, or has at least learned how to make rudimentary healing potions. If we spend some time before we go to bed trying to start up the brewing process or using whatever systems we have, we might be able to pull in all our resources. Everyone wouldn't mind subtly leaving the grounds to go look for ingredients. I think we're all pretty decent enough to make the basics. We can make the alchemists can make them better, but
I'll get back to you, Cortez. You
Follow
already
up to
went. Oh, you go then.
In regards to leaving the walls, there until we have more information about the beast that attacked Lux, if it was either found or taken care of, I want people traveling outside to leave at least in groups of 4, if not more, just for safety precautions.
Perfect.
Understood.
Love it. Yes, Rana.
I've recently got a book from the potion shop of all plants located around this area. So I can see if there's anything around that could make better healing potions.
Or possibly other things that could be
Or
of
at least
use.
just getting ingredients we can make them in the first place.
If you find any, I want to see if can make them same way you did before.
Okay.
See ingredient.
Is your hand up, Morgan? I'll go to you.
Yes.
First I'll go Cortez, you, and then Liang. Yes, Cortez.
I have 2 of your stims synthesized from your venom for
I can give you
the
more.
heavy hitters. If you give me a bit more, I can make 2 more.
Just so you know, the reason why I wanted to do healing potions is because most poisons do not really affect vampires all that much. So keep that in mind. Unless you can find something strong enough that can actually do a good kick.
Not for them, mostly for Lux, stars, etc.
Ah, very good. Okay, then Morgan.
I think now would be a good time, just in general, for everybody to go over basic triage. It's not with the loss of Arbor. We are very limited in med, as well as
This is true.
having magical healers up 2 at least that are doubling as tanks. We can't always be there. I can try, but I can't be everywhere. So please, if we can try and start having everybody learn some more triage, going over it, just to make sure.
I agree. If everyone can learn even basic triage, we can save a life. Yes, Liang.
I do have an alternative options as well from the medical healing potions that could be possibly devastating, but I would like to talk it more in private.
Is it more of a personal issue, or is it just something that you want to hide from the board? I do think that this is the time to lay every single card on the table because we are hitting the big end point. But I will leave that to you.
Mostly a personal matter.
Okay, then it can be discussed. You can discuss it with me in private. maybe if it is what I think it is, then Hannah can also be present. That being said, we'll put a pin in that for now. Yes.
Understand.
I have a question less regarding the planning, but more regarding the information we received. That is the basis of the planning. Would now be a time I can ask that?
That is fine.
It's open.
No, it's the funeral.
No.
The
That would be the funeral that.
Unfortunately, it will be suspicious if we don't show up, so we might need to table the
I'll
further
make this
discussion
question
for
quick.
later.
What Godfrey is looking
Go
for
ahead.
down there, is there any more information about what it is? Or do we
No.
just know it's a thing?
We know it's a thing and we know it's really fucking strong, and if it gets in his hands, we're fucked.
Before anybody leaves the door, wait. Before anybody leaves the door,
It's also locked.
Do we want to hold off on doing anything specific, or do we want to assign certain people to look into certain things and delegate?
We don't have time.
If you don't have something to do,
My genuine think is that we
so
don't have time.
no
Just
action.
anything that you think is non-suspicious, like gathering plants, I don't think that's fine. Just no more discussion. After the funeral, we can come back and discuss more. But only in this room.
Right.
Gotcha.
Understood.
Alright.
Vev lied as easy as she can breathe.
Alright.
I have a list with what our overall stock is for medical and potions. The only thing I don't have is the individual inventory of students that they carry on them. So overnight, I will check with people and I will get numbers from where numbers come from.
Yep, I think consolidating everyone's gold is going to be the biggest thing.
Unless you want to do it now, I don't think I'm gonna go.
Blazeheart. I'm friends with the witch. Simply mention my name and say that you're a friend of me and that I am sending you. That might get you a discount. That's all.
Oh God. How about you weren't like the only one that was really confused on everything that's going on at the moment. My mind is spiraling.
Any clarifications can be made happily after this.
Oh, there are two of them.
Big, beautiful babies. Fucking hate birds.
Fucking cute. Corvi.
Big,
You are not
beautiful.
Corvi, but you will get a head pat.
They're actually everywhere. Okay. Well, you know what they mean.
Yes, sir.
I have something
Yeah.
I'd like you to do when the time comes.
Sure thing.
Let's line up.
On the coffin, there is a protective room
Please.
that does not allow for the bodies of our buried over in the unconsecrated gravesite to become undead.
What the hell?
Would you?
Yes. I'd love to see my father again, but not like that. Ever
They're
like
all like Corvi. Well-loved birds.
Funny enough, I was actually going to ask.
Must be someone here they really like.
Of all three of you, if that was something that you did here due to the nature.
Fucking hate birds, especially right now.
Clearly Corvi family.
Clearly. Fucking spy birds.
Don't mind these as long as they shut up when we're doing our speeches for our father.
Remember,
Oh, you're
had to use this a lot.
There's Shizuko.
Just a hungry crow, Lord Roderick.
Shit, Shizu, of course, had to arrive after everything.
It's a dire crow.
That'd be a dire raven, more like it.
With how many there are, that'd be a dire murder.
Would it be a murder?
Emphasis on die. Because he will be the most powerful birds around.
Bro, she would totally be someone who would believe in that. But we just know.
We will be leaving now. Everyone,
I see.
That is why they hate you if you hurt them.
To allow the townspeople
Spirit that was riding them.
Yeah, they asked about if Vev knew more about what the book, what item it was, and Vev was very deliberately withholding that specific information because of what they discussed with the brother and Victor. We don't want people to get crazy goo-goo eyes and try and fucking my precious it. And also because it'll be easier to hide from the CAF if I don't admit it to the fucking professor. It's not a death joke, it's a crow joke. Or at least Vev's was. Raises maybe not. Oh, look. Do you think that a bunch of birds will just perch on him?
I would find it amusing.
Looks like they're trying.
I think he would allow it.
As still as a statue. Is he gonna pet
his
it?
weight?
No,
I don't know.
He's over watching us.
Ascension, brother.
Swordsman.
Admittedly, your expectations are not met with everyone else. Oh my god, look at all of these super, like, actually people. Oh my god. And also, when people are actively grieving, they're much more likely to be, you know, at the stage of anger. So they get it's a lot easier for, you know, people to interpret things in the worst way possible during delicate times where everyone's very emotional. That's why you have to be very courteous and careful. I just realized I didn't have music for that entire fucking meeting, which means I can play the song over it as much as I want.
That it has.
I can do a chat edit of Vev telling
Our
everyone her
father was
plan.
well loved by everyone.
That he was.
It's good to see them show it.
I'm sure he was a good man.
Which, should be clear, if it wasn't for the fact that we already discovered the fucking sewers, and then we were gonna be tasked to go in, certainly, she probably wouldn't have said this all at once. But she had to, in her mind. And now we can all convene and get shit together.
Gather near the back, Ascension.
I mean, in my opinion, it's a damn good plan.
Feel free to take some seats. I know it's a little crowded at the moment.
We were told to sit in the back. Why stand in the back?
I can sit in between the holy tomes.
Shit.
Okay. Thanks for making that sound super weird.
He has such a way with words.
You scared of some of them?
Of course not.
Thank you. I honestly, when I realized that we could weaponize healing potions, I was so fucking stoked. I was like, I nearly wanted to leave the theater halfway through the fucking movie, was how excited I was with that fucking plan. I mean, she doesn't need to make a needle. She's a fucking sword. She can make her fucking swords giant needles. Literally at any point, she can just skloop the moment that she cuts them. She is so OP in this particular encounter.
Are we...
She can't be blood magicked. And you can just... She could just be a walking healing potion.
Good.
No.
Thank you.
Because it
all
needs
for
to
being
be...
here today.
When it's ingested, it gets into the
Means the
bloodstream.
world to see, despite everything.
People have poured healing potions onto
happening.
wounds before. And it has worked.
You all were able to put aside your grievances and come
Yeah,
say
exactly, what
your
Deku Star
goodbyes
said.
to our father officially. It means the world.
Plus, it's healing in general that hurts vampires. So, like, in
know.
theory,
Most of you remember
you might not even
Joshua
need to get in the
King
bloodstream.
as a man that
Yeah, they've
had
soaked
an
bandages and
uncanny
healing potions. Yeah, so
ability to
exactly.
keep the peace.
So long as it just gets
Or
into the system, into the body.
His
Also, something else I was
almost
considering
abnormal kindness at times.
is to have a potion in your pocket, and then whenever he tries to charm someone, you know you need to have like your mouth open to like give someone a command.
Or
We
you could
can
just make
throw a potion in his mouth,
anyone
like just splash
safe
water bucket gif
and wanted
into his
in the
fucking
cities of
mouth
Fallbrook.
with the fucking healing potion.
Truly, I don't know if I could ever fill those shoes.
Like, just imagine how funny that is. We're just throwing healing potions onto Godfrey. He's like,
But
stop!
today,
Stop!
I want to tell you guys about how I view him. I don't view him as that man. I view him as a father who would sneak from his security team to play catch with me behind the throne room. Or who would help me sneak cookies when mom wasn't looking.
If it
I
works
feel like she
as a
always knew,
potion,
though.
if you do it that way, then it will affect a vampire. There's
me
no
to be
weird contingency
protective.
like, oh, vampires have to specifically
That's why I
ingest
joined the
healing
bar.
magic. No. Because just even standing in an area of effect of healing
Be
hurts them.
encouraged.
That's why it hurts them. It's because it's healing.
And every dream that I spouted like an endless waterfall. My father was, is,
Oh, I thought it was
and
chips.
will forever be my hero.
Well, I spared Vic the embarrassment. It's fine.
And that is why my one and only goal
Yeah, exactly, Elts Blue. Also, welcome.
bring
Thank you for the first time chat.
where
What a
my
legendary
father
first time chat, too.
and all of our previous
I want to make
leaders
that a meme now.
always wanted it to be. Always knew it should be. I will make every decision. I will take every step. And I will breathe every breath to make that our
That's so
reality.
fucking funny, dude, bro.
Thank you.
Is it too late to invest in a super soaker and fill it with potions? I mean, if Rize, I'm sorry, if Ellie could waterbend the fucking potions, I mean, maybe.
Greetings, everyone. I'm so happy to see many of you come here to see our father laid to rest.
Dude, yes, actually, if
something
Maggie
now
was
that
here,
might
it'd be
surprise
so
the bit of
fucking
you.
goated. They
I'm
couldn't
going to
do
say
anything
a
about it.
poem.
Although, friendly fire.
To know this,
However,
it was my
it'd be really
father,
fucking funny.
Joshua, who taught me
I just
poetry.
attach the sensor on the back of a web and
Was
I
one of
just
the
spin
few
it
things
around
that
Godfrey.
I truly love.
I just like fucking stick it to his body and it's just like always there.
Well, Father King, sometimes we come to life's crossroads.
Oh god, I don't want to do that, but testing is always good, but I'm pretty, like, I am 1000% sure this will work just fine.
A bend. The road will go on and get smoother. And after we stop for a rest,
doing a test anyway doesn't hurt.
Hidden beyond
but
us
I'm pretty fucking sure.
is
Like,
often the past.
bet my fucking life sure about
So
this.
rest now, and our family will grow stronger.
I do have the Ivanka lore, but, you know,
We've come
he could have
to a
changed
bend
it,
in the road.
and that is
Rest well,
fine.
Father. I truly loved you.
Yeah, no,
just like
absolutely.
my
Better safe than
brothers
sorry.
And this town.
Just saying that's how confident I am.
You taught us many things, especially me. And there's one thing that I take to heart.
Besides, it's one of the few actual weaknesses that vampires have. It would be really bogus if specifically that one of the few actual weaknesses that they have doesn't work in this one specific case. No, it has to be in their mouth! Only their mouth and it will work! Specifically! Not really, when you think about it. The only way to kill a vampire in AA is a vertical slice of the head or their heart. That's the only way to actually kill a vampire.
He was a great man who achieved.
You can hurt them in a lot of ways. Like, well, you can annoy them more like in a lot of ways. You can stab them in the heart, but that won't kill them. That'll just put them into torpor, and that's just a giant ruse to say that they're dead when they're actually not. And that's not as much of a weakness as you might think, because it's really fucking hard to actually accomplish that. If you need to make, like, a 12-step plan in order to take advantage of a specific creature's weakness, it's not really a weakness.
For one of his greatest.
Like, I'll give you an example. Vev.
My brother was saying before.
Anything with silver. Literally anything with silver. And she melts. Anything with acid. She melts. Lightning. Death. Just death!
Seemingly.
Charming magic, she's instantly charmed. Those are weaknesses. Those are actual, honest-to-God weaknesses.
Before they occur. He could see the sign.
That's spit? I mean, yeah. Yeah, it has to be decapitation. It can't. I'm sorry, I meant horizontal slice, not vertical. Yeah, because if it's a vertical slice, they'll just come back together and they'll survive. I know that because Ivanka did that.
Direction.
No, emotional damage won't, you know, kill them. It's just an opportunity for angst, which is not a weakness.
I do not know how well it has been passed down to us. I do not know if it can be.
Silver doesn't even really hurt them.
On a
it's just more effective for
season like this.
You know, stabbing them in the heart.
It would seem.
Torporing them.
It would simply smell.
Yeah, basically, Sirclaw. But, like, the sever of the connection of the heart and brain needs to be, like, long enough. Because if, hypothetically, like, you, like, cut their head, right? And their head is still attached, they'll still live.
You would.
Because they'll just regenerate the connection back, and it's fine.
And other supplies. Not only for our city, but for our neighbors.
She could, Deku. She could.
That kindness.
But it'll also make them less effective in terms of, like, actually weaving them.
So
it's sort of a double-edged sword. If she made, like, a fucking bomb of them, and then filled it with healing stuff, she could throw it, but I don't think it hurts on contact. I think it needs to get in the bloodstream, specifically. If it hurts on contact, that's fucking goated. And this is a lot easier, but I'm pretty sure it needs to get in the bloodstream, or, like, inhaled, or swallowed.
Protect our people in the way he had. And for us, as a people, to come together.
Yeah, true, Alt Blue. But even then, it's like, they don't even die, actually, when they get a stake into the heart. So if anything, it's actually an upgrade, because specifically, they don't die! When you think about it. Everything else, if you stab them in the heart, they're dead. They specifically survive when you stab them in the heart, so it's not a weakness.
That his life meant something.
They are mildly agitated by the sun. Like, they don't even get, like, sunburn. They just are like, it's bright. I don't like it. And if they get too hungry, they become even stronger! Sure, they lose their sapience, but they become stronger! Not a weakness! Look, man. A human gets a migraine when they don't have water. Yeah, pretty much Chaos. That would be a much better way. I was actually thinking of that in the same vein of, like, if you throw a healing potion at them and if you, like, pre-crack the glass a little bit, then the broken shards, when it makes impact on them, will get it in their bloodstream. Hangry isn't a weakness now. Well, I mean, there's already, like, a bunch of things that people can do. Like, you just do a parasol. Just have a parasol and you'll be fine.
We will now move outside to bury the body.
I mean, it is propaganda.
Please. Head on out.
To be fair, Puffin Spores doesn't really work on vampires. You had to, like, we had to spam, what, 30 of them on ships to have them even be affected? So Puffin is not the way to go. It's actually gonna probably kill us if we try to waste our time on fucking Puffins.
I thank you for your attendance, Lord God.
Of course.
They are so highly resistant to all form of poisons. It's just not worth it. That's why Vev was cautioning them against trying to, like, use her webs. I'm sorry, use her poison in any way offensively. It's better for a support item. Yeah, they're a corpse, so yeah. That's why the healing potion thing should work. It's like giant fucking bat mounts, man. They're one of the few races that actually have access to flying. I'm like one of the few other ones, but still.
Did your father
They got like super fucking powerful omega, like I'm gonna fucking kill your ass bats.
I know a lot of people here was worshippers of Gaia. I didn't know if he was one as well.
And the only debuff that those things actually have, and it's not really a debuff, is that when the rider dies, they go crazy. Which is just good when you like really break it down into things. Like that's just actually good. That is a benefit. That is not a con. I would hoard as many as fucking possible and always take them out with me. So that whenever I die, hell, that basically means I'm holding hostage everything and everyone wherever I go. That is such a fucking easy advantage to have. Because then if you die, all those dire bats are gonna go fucking crazy, and that's even assuming that they can even get to you, right? But like, let's say they go fucking crazy. They're just gonna decimate all of your enemies anyway. That's a perfect boon. That's not a problem.
Yes.
Holy water does hurt them, but if they collect holy water, it'll be immediately obvious and show their hand. That's why she's saying that we should use healing potions, because it's very covert and that we aren't aware of what they're doing.
Nice side.
We don't have enchanting. We can't enchant weapons with holy. And even if we did, they'd be like, hey, why are you doing that? And they turn it into a political scandal. No, we can't. I don't think we can make holy water.
Dear
And even if we did, we wouldn't be able to make enough.
Joshua Kane. He was a well-known man, a loved man, and a great leader, as well as a loved father. Based on how many I see here today, he did a wonderful job for this city. Planting the seeds.
That's something
future
I'm
generations.
pretty sure of out of character. Something could have changed from the last time that I heard, but like
The legacy.
I know that there was a big concern, at least behind the scenes at one point, that they didn't want people to be able to just hoard holy water like fucking nothing. And I think the only person who could do that was Gavin.
I was
if anyone, but I don't think
not
he
lucky
can.
enough to meet the man in person.
But even then, hoarding holy water, and if that's like reported, then that's
Judging
a problem. But
by
if you hoard
three sons,
healing potions, it's like, oh yeah, they're preparing
I
for a
can
big
very
fight.
much say he was a very
I don't know. I don't think so. Because if that was the reason why I'm saying this is that if they could, why haven't they been using it this whole time? Why haven't this been like a part of the tactic with all of the other hundreds of undead enemies we have come across?
and I want to wish him
You almost never fucking see it.
the rest that he deserves.
Ever. In AA. So it's just a reasonable assumption on my part that they probably can't. And if they could, it's probably not enough to be like useful enough to base an entire operation on.
May he see nothing but bliss and harmony on the other side.
It's just so risky to have on your person. Because if anyone catches you having that, they're gonna be like, why do you have that? That's a fucking direct threat to vampire kin. Why would you do that? Do you not trust us? It's like in Zootopia, them holding the fox mace.
Right in front or directly on the coffin?
In front of the coffin.
The anti-fox spray. And the same thing would have happened if we had fucking Wolfsbane with us. Which I think we specifically didn't prepare because we didn't want it to look like that Ascension Academy was against the werewolves, even though we were actively fighting werewolves at the time. Yeah. Or maybe it's just really fucking expensive to make.
Sleep eternal. May the light guide you to where you need to go.
I mean, yeah, but nowhere close to as much time. Probably.
Thank you one final time for all that you did.
Like, I can't even think of a single moment, like outside of like one, where we've ever seen holy water in play. And I think specifically Hannah used it. It wouldn't, but there's just a lot of problems. But apparently having, like, drinking, it's so complicated. There's just so many, like, individual things that could go wrong if you have holy water on your person, in the same way that if you had Wolfsbane on your person, things could go wrong. That's why healing potions are just so perfectly covert, because it affects them a lot. It makes them really fucking sick. And that was with only, like, a single gulp, right? Imagine if you're just fucking, like, ODing them on that shit. It's mean!
You may leave it your own side.
Yes, exactly what Elementing said. Just throat melted so it didn't even get down all the way. That's fucking hilarious. We're gonna abuse the shit out of this comp. I'm so excited.
You may leave at your leisure.
No, that's totally good, Deku, because like that's the entire purpose of why Vev is bringing it up this early. Because a part of the problem with like everything that went wrong with Garm is that we didn't have enough time to discuss and refine this shit.
Very good work, Gavin.
But also, they did it in the most public and horrible way possible when they did, like, bringing it up to the fucking brothers first before the students! I am still angry! And then today, they brought in the fucking guy in the middle of the meeting! Oh my god!
Standing there by his son.
There are a lot of
If you wish to pay your respects, you are more than welcome to. But that concludes the funeral.
they all look?
There are a lot of people here. He must have been a very well respected person.
Maybe. I mean, putting it in Rize would do that.
He's putting his hand on his shoulder.
Inquisition guy. I think. I'm pretty sure that's Inquisition.
And now he's gone. As is
Final
everybody
farewells.
else. They're all gone. Graveyards are
I didn't expect your
Thank you
words
for
here,
making the
Tim.
good fight.
It's very kind of you.
Of course.
I will build off of the work that you have already done. Thank you.
To the people, to the Kane brothers. This is the least we can do.
I wish they could have seen him standing there.
I believe the entire town would be much better if he were alive. Pardon me.
Their best part about using the
He rode for a lengthy time, did he not?
healing potion thing, like, into their wounds is that they're gonna want to start, like, expunging more of their own blood, so they're gonna work out, they're gonna lose their, one of their more powerful resources. Sure, they will have it to attack with, but they won't be able to regenerate themselves as easily.
I just hope.
Like, probably one of the biggest things I am actually worried about is if they charm Mev. Because it won't matter how obvious she is. If she gets charmed, she's just gonna...
Things get better.
Another thing I'm worried about is how people will react to Victor attacking Rize and Vev.
Werewolf, human, or vampire. He truly did love everyone.
Which, ideally they leave just to Ignis. But I am particularly scared to bring up that point because I don't trust their acting skills.
I sometimes wonder what father would have thought of you all. He loved getting travelers from outside the realm. He was quite curious. I wonder if he would have found you all. Well, I'm sure he would have liked you all.
I'm sure that I would have liked him, considering what I know of his policy. You can really tell when a great leader is gone. You can feel the weight. The pressures of responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
The worries of change. And overall anxiety over the future. It'll be up to you and others to pick that up. Oh, he's not there. Never mind. I thought he would keep walking.
Unfortunate.
It's fine.
Your words do
Thank you
not
so
fall on
much,
deaf
Sophia.
ears.
Mhm. Goodbye, Vic. Ah! Ah! I don't know if he could successfully, because whenever Vev is charmed, she gets like super fucking extra.
Oh yeah, way better.
Good.
I understand where you're coming from, though.
If you have further questions, I'll be happy to answer them.
I suppose it's just based off of these circumstances.
I also have some candy still. If someone wants.
I suppose.
We got some chocolate. I
It
went
was the
to
same for
get
my.
some.
Yeah, which Godfrey would be stronger.
Yeah, sure if you want. Oh, what happened?
Besides, Vev, if there's one thing I can trust Vev to do, it's to act.
I guess they
She wouldn't
just
need to be
hope
charmed.
that
Well,
I said
they
I
see a
went to the
bit of
uh,
in
if it's to prevent her from being charmed, it's a moot point because Godfrey can charm way stronger.
Oh, I'm so tired.
Let me
Oh, yeah, you're making me.
Right? I feel like I've aged like
Oh,
10 years. I think funerals do that in general.
Are you waiting for somebody?
did, or
Because
it's just
I'd like to at least talk to
I'm
you or
just making
spitball
myself
at you or
available.
something.
I'm just making myself available, so if you want to
Okay.
do that, we can go on up.
Okay, you're about to go unavailable.
All right. Okay, sister. How can we refine this?
He's just here just in case he. Yeah, he's
Oh
just
no,
here in case he
I'm
has any
look,
ideas.
look, genuinely, I want anyone to be able to just do this whenever, open floor, because I don't want this to be like a oh secret. Oh my god, I have to hide this because everyone else is stupid. It's dumb.
Yeah, I'm just bringing back up my concern. I just feel bad because I don't have anything to fix it.
I know.
Because Morgan has a habit of pushing herself because healing's kind of, she's the cornerstone of it. So if she doesn't have that, she doesn't
and with
have
Arbor
any.
gone, that does not help.
Yes, I am just. How it usually happens is that Shizu is used as a mana battery for Morgan, but I'm just worried what that will do to her like mana channels. Like if that just will just unmake her with healing an entire army. I don't know how we're going to balance mundane and magical, given we're already going to try hoarding potions.
Yeah, I mean, the good news is that we'll have healing potions. The bad news is that we're gonna be definitely using them when we're fighting off, we're gonna be fighting feral undead, by the way.
I figured.
It is a really big
built
question.
on top of something.
Why is it that there's every single like major city we've gone to or has been built on top of a crypt? This is the second time. And it's always had like some like anyway. Bucking eating bodies and not leaving like bunches of anyway. So what can we do? I mean, we should be already stockpiling a bunch of medical kits. Teaching everyone how to do basic triage will help a lot. And just generally little basic things, maybe having everyone have like a little bit of something on them alongside of the other things that we've been suggested. And learning what to do and when will do major shit. Especially if they are well enough to self-medicate, right? Or like self-do. I wouldn't recommend like tourniqueting yourself or things like that, but like maybe it's like, oh shit, I'm in a lot of pain. Take a painkiller, keep going. Or, oh shit, I'm really low on such and blah, blah, blah. Whatever is relevant to the individual person. You look like you've got something on your mind.
I don't want to make this into. Oh,
No, I
wait,
agree.
Were you raising your hand?
I thought of
Beavers.
something.
If you thought of something, because I'm just voicing more and more the same concern. Go ahead.
What elements are magical healers?
Nerali is Earth. Okay. I don't know if Morgan is also Earth, but I know that she has light.
I think she's light and Earth.
So yeah, doubling the Earth.
So it's just.
I know that if there's any form of, I don't think there's any kind of crazy healing plant, but if there is, Flora can make it stronger, and then we can have a pseudo healer that way. But
If Flora floated the idea when we were walking out, if she could learn magical healing, but we're in a fast track to whatever we're doing.
Yeah, no, this could be.
You can just pick it up.
Like we could be kicked out. We might be sent out to do this literally tomorrow, for all that we know. So
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
want
saying.
to. Yeah, anything you can learn, that would be great. But yeah.
So, with GMA, our whole trick, our ace in the hole, is we cast with foci.
Yeah.
And that foci is attuned to one spell, and it
You think you can
makes
change it?
intensely easier. We all know how to make them.
I see where you're getting at. Okay. All right. Yes.
The hardest part is going to be getting the stones to use for the foci.
We have money.
But if we can get a hold of them, yeah.
Honestly, even just having one, that would make shit so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would be cozy with
Earth
2 or
is your
3.
spot.
So
Yeah. All we would need is 2. 1 for each of them.
Stark wouldn't be a bad bet. He has innate Earth that he can't use. So if you like give him a stone.
Could be good. I will
News to me. Cool.
look into
Yeah,
getting
that was something I learned from the
bracelets.
fucking affinity test in year 2. Yeah.
I'll look into getting bracelets made and getting the correct foci.
Okay. That is fucking awesome. Thank you. Okay. I will relay that the next meeting tomorrow, where I will go everything from the bottom up with what everything everyone has discussed. Perfect. Awesome. I love this. I hope it works. I'm going to keep on thinking contingencies just in case it doesn't.
So, too.
We're looking at Morgan and Nerali, right?
Morgan and Aurelia are the only
right now,
ones
yeah.
that we have currently.
Okay.
That really says something. And how much we're lacking in that department now.
Yeah, it hurts.
Nerali hold silver or be in contact with silver?
She can't. She just can't hold gold.
I think it's gold.
Okay. Perfect.
Maybe see if
My job very
Stark
easy.
can hold gold. I don't know what he's. He changed. Who knows?
I didn't know like a race change existed outside of like the very niche things that happen.
I mean, he is holding
So,
like
I didn't
2
know you could
artifacts
just
right
wake
now.
up.
We don't
Yeah,
know.
I didn't know you could just wake up and
Silver, gold test, just to make sure that he doesn't fucking burn to a crisp when we try to give it to him.
allergy test. Yeah, I just didn't want to turn this into like, oh, this is all a Morgan problem. I just wanted to,
I
guess,
agree.
vouch for her because I know she won't.
Look,
And I know
Yes.
no matter what, she's going to push herself. She knows she shouldn't, and she still will. I can't stop her. Nobody really
Yeah,
can.
I mean,
unless you
it's-
physically restrain her.
I mean,
We don't have time for that.
the rough part of the reality is that if we don't find a solution, we need her or we're toast. We're literally fucking dead. So it's yeah. But I hope this works because if it does, we'll be in a really good spot. I hope.
I didn't want to rely on using Shizu as a battery for her because, again, she probably have all the mana in the world, but I don't know what that will do to her if it'll like degrade anything.
Yeah.
You know?
I to what I know,
think of mana like another muscle,
crystals are safer to take, but it's slower. So if she has a lot of people that she needs to heal, it could put her in a delicate state. I think probably the next thing that we should discuss tomorrow is formations and what we should do. And dear God, stick to them, because we when it's the whole academy, we kind of just run off on our own little ways. Can't do that this time. We got very specific people that are critical that we need to protect.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to want things. That's all I'll say for that.
Oh yeah, no, totally.
We can sure fucking try, but again, it's.
I'm just gonna emphasize the importance of because if you talk about this shit in advance, it helps, especially if we practice, like we get into like certain standings, or like what Ignis Thorn did. It helped.
I will just put this out on the table. I don't know. I'll do my best. I don't know if I'm going to be in control of myself. But I see Blackwin. I was there when he beat Victor into a pulp. And something in me, a switch flipped. So, I will do my best. I have my squad to wake me up. I'm just putting that out on the table for you.
No, yeah, I gotcha. Good to. That is something that we should all.
Territory.
Oh yeah, no, I get you. I'm kind of the same way whenever people start using charming magic. Which, speaking of, that's something that could happen to me. But I'm not a critical part of this, so it's not as big of a problem. I'm just here to keep people organized until then. But something to consider. It's something I'll float around. I don't think it'll cause as much of a problem in hindsight, because it just means that you can just have CT focus on him. Also, maybe puts a healing potion in your water arms. Consider it.
I've never tried to float like different substances in them. I know it's like not too different from water, but I could at least try.
Give
with,
it some
like
practice.
A ball and then see if. Yeah. Okay. I will do that as my homework. You have anything else?
Like I'm gonna try and see if Stark can like aerate a potion, just because if you get in the air, then but it can't do shit.
Do we have any idea of what's down there? I know we said it was
not
gonna be a game changer.
Not really. No, we just know that if Godfrey has it, it's game over. So we need to do everything that we can to prevent that.
This doesn't change very much. Sorry.
Can I ask how you
thought I'd just speak it.
found everything out?
I have been literally collecting information and doing diplomacy shit since the moment I stepped here. That's why you never saw me. And that's why I'm putting all the cards on the table now, because this is what I think is the most advantageous point to do it, as well as I have learned how all of the other missions went when people held on to information, and I think that this is just the best way to accomplish this. Because when people, like with the Garm thing, it was presented to the council, or rather to the lords, before it was even brought up to the rest of the academy. And when it was brought up to the academy, it was brought up to like 2 students, then 2 other students, then 2 other students, and then everyone all at once. But at that point, everyone's spirit was already crushed. So what is everyone going to do, right? So then there's a lot of other operations that happened even after that, where people didn't tell anyone and everyone did their own thing. And some of that was pretty good, and like some of that was really successful. But this, I don't think, is something that I can hold onto my chest and benefit the academy. So I am laying it out now.
I can only up your gamble of laying it out. It keeps it secret. 'Cause
I fucking hope so. That is the biggest problem with this.
I appreciate it, but yeah, I can't speak for other people. People are just openly talking about me and Victor being strangely absent from each other. I had to shut that up.
I hate people. Oh god.
I don't know if anyone heard anything.
But yeah, no, like anything. That's why I'm saying like no fake illusions, no jokes, no nothing. And I will reiterate and I will slam it into the ground, and hopefully hopefully it goes well. And if it doesn't, we know who to strangle in the afterlife.
Yeah, if we get back to the campus.
I mean, well, that too.
Yeah.
If we manage to, figure it out. But it's.
I wanted to say this doesn't change anything what we know about the crypt. But don't ask questions. I went into the sewers by
no,
myself
I don't
long
need to.
before you guys went in.
That's fine.
I used my fucking echolocation to find where I was going. I was just seeing if there's a way out of the city. There is. Multiple ways out of the city.
That's usually how sewers go, but yeah.
Very deep. I was waiting, and it just kept going and going and going. So, again, doesn't change anything, but
it's good to know because that means that if shit, goes tits up, it's good to know that we have multiple routes that we could take to leave. But
yeah, I mean, it's obvious sewers do that, but yeah, there were a bunch of ways out.
But yeah, like I said, a lot of people did some stuff on their own, and a lot of that stuff did pay off, and then there were some that didn't.
I did it because I was bored. Well,
I mean,
it's for any ulterior motive.
It worked out.
I'm losing my mind in here. We're in a stone cage.
Yes, I agree. I cannot wait until I am out of here. Particularly because even talking in this room doesn't feel safe, and I hate it. But this is the closest that we'll get.
I don't want to take too much of your time just rambling and ranting.
Oh, no. It's
anything?
fine. Again, this is the time
I mean, I
to
don't
do
have
it.
anything else like really relevant or important. I'm just saying there might be other people out there being like,
oh, I see. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, what's up?
If I ask the two of you to trust me and not ask how I know this,
Yeah, I mean, I already did that. Pop off, princess.
I have a theory about what's down there. I don't know much more than the one sentence I can give you.
Okay.
But things are falling a little too into line.
What do you think? Let's see if you actually know.
Darkness is coming.
Well, usually it always
sentence.
is. Oh, wait, that was something you heard? Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we knew it in the back of our minds.
Yeah,
its
but
tendrils are getting tighter.
I guess at that point, practicing anti-charms would be the move. Rize would be the best person to talk about that, but obviously only do it here. Shit.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Anti-charms,
darkness is.
I know, like the whole thing of being sure of yourself, being aware of what yourself and your desires and all that shit, but that's like some like introspective bullshit that you can't really force on anybody to like.
Have you seen the Academy? They have emotional intelligence of a fucking potato chip. I don't think that they, in this time frame especially, we could.
I'm saying you can't tell anybody to do that, especially with that. I mean,
At the very least, just making sure that people are aware of their more spicy members and making sure that they can, react appropriately if needed. Wouldn't be a bad move. I mean, we're already going up against vampires who have the ability to make a giant fucking dire bat kneel with blood magic alone. So,
sick. Okay.
Yeah, no, Godfrey is like the blood magic guy. Yeah, it's gonna suck.
Yeah.
But I don't think we can really prevent that. So we can only, that's why I think annoying him to the point where his concentration is fucked is a pretty good strategy. Also, if he tries to charm people, he usually talks, so you can just throw a potion in his mouth. I am God.
I wonder if it's visual or if it's both visual and vocal, like if they both need to be in tandem, because then that means I'm free.
From
but
what
I'm
I
not gonna
heard,
assume.
I saw one vampire demonstrate it in front of me, at least the charm, and they said, "Look into my eyes," and then they gave them a command. So you can be charmed without a command, but they need to say something to give a command. At that point, you can take advantage of it and just like fucking shove healing down their fucking throats.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the case,
I
literally
just
for
think
you,
with
you
how
can
chaotic
squiggle
it
that
is, it'd
shit
be
down there.
really, yeah, it'd be really hard to charm somebody in the heat of like the mosh pit that we're gonna make. Because it's gonna be a mosh pit.
So
But,
long as we
again,
aren't,
I'm not going to assume things.
so long as we aren't unlucky and it's not me, we should be good.
We'll try. All I can really say is we can't really do anything else other than try.
Yep.
Yeah,
But
no other
also,
option.
having everyone bring their collective brains together to strategize, I'm pretty hopeful.
Yeah, good call. We can just only hope the other people, like,
The
carry their weight,
only-
and their weight being not talking about it.
Yeah, yes! And the only thing is I am never going to tell Chips because of his state. Obviously. It's not because I don't trust him. It's not that I can't trust him to act. It's we still don't know for sure if he isn't like technically working for him. So it's
I mean, it was already a huge gamble enough talking about all this with Victor right there, but I think you know what you're doing when it comes to him.
he and I have an
For the most
understanding.
part.
I have been working with Victor very closely. I know what Victor looks like when he is trying to deceive someone, and I also know what someone looks like when they are charmed. I also know when Vic says something and he really fucking means it, speak from the heart means it, and I know that I can trust him. I know that everyone in the academy can trust him. What I chose for him, rather what I gave him the option of, is the choice of having plausible deniability if he thought he needed it. Because he knows Godfrey's abilities more than anyone else. And he knows his game enough that he will probably not be questioned too much. So long as we let him do what he needs to do and we act like super chummy close with him. Because if we if we be like, oh, it's Victor, the Godfrey conspirator, then they're gonna start making him do bad shit. As opposed to feeling secured that he is his cute little mole.
Thanks. I don't know what he's doing anymore. It's too risky.
No, I completely understand. I don't know most of what he does, but he tells me what I need to know, and I tell him what he needs to know. Hey. We're just discussing in here.
Sorry, I need the trunk really quick.
No, it's fine.
It's all yours.
And I'm
Would you
okay for the
need-
most part.
Here you are.
Laid everything out. So
Good.
if I have anything else, I'll let you know.
Yes, please. And then we'll cover it all again tomorrow and the day after that and however many days until we have to do it.
Professor.
Do you need him for your plan? Or is that just a you thing? For the stones?
I was gonna ask, do we happen to have any precious gems lying around?
I mean, lying around perhaps
This is a
not,
very
but we
long
have
shot
a
gamble.
lot. We have a lot of money that we
Question.
could buy some. Like, you need to bear in
Yeah.
mind that 15 gold buys a house,
I
and
think of
I have
precious
150
gems
from just
for
me.
Earth. What does that mean?
I can give you a list. Needed.
Sound like fucking
Please do. I will see about acquiring them. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Gavin.
You're welcome.
Did you try it?
We tried the we tried the initial.
Bev, I'll touch back with you in a bit, but I'm gonna check on some stuff.
I'm just gonna stay in here.
If it doesn't.
Alrighty.
If nothing
Thanks for hearing me out.
happens, we will. I'm trying
What?
a additional ingredient.
No, 15
I
gold
needed
in
that.
Currytown.
The youngest
Yeah.
brother is outside.
You got it, girl.
Do they wish to speak with me?
They haven't said anything. I don't know if they do or not.
Huh? What? Me? No.
And then,
That was just the only thing that
the
I.
youngest.
Oh.
The youngest brother is outside.
Alakai is
Oh.
outside. I will see if he needs me.
I think it's the youngest.
Mm.
Everything going well, Vivino?
So far, yeah. I've actually got some really good things going. We're going to see if we can actually. Apparently, GMA has the ability to make more stones for casting foci. So we might be able to artificially make some temporarily magical healers to help take the load off of others. So I am really stoked about that. Hopefully, it works out. And if not, I'm going to keep on making contingency plans anyway to see if we can take the load off of them.
Indeed. All right. Yes. Best of luck.
Thank you. It's me, the shadow leader of Fallbrook. In the room where it happens, the room where it happens, the room where it happens. People didn't make 15 gold in 3 days. They made like silver and copper. But yeah, like the economy in Currytown was the standard economy for literally the whole place.
Somewhere.
Have a good
My
night,
apologies.
ma'am.
You guys have fun.
Sometimes.
Unless you need me. I don't think you do. Probably not.
Do you not want to be seen?
Unless Madame is around, still not sure if we can.
Shizuko
go
can't
check
lie.
on the people.
Wish they could be.
Or rather,
Which people?
not sure if should. The ones in the jail.
Thank you for
With
good
the
to see
goddamn.
my father.
We can technically. Oh yeah, if she's
I'm glad
not
that you were
around.
sorry.
Right.
The
She
whole
was the one
point
that-
was
Sure,
to
Zeno,
let them
go for it.
be present.
If
to
it's there, then
talk,
totally for real, I'll just take the helm. I mean, I'm bad with
She
memory
wanted to
anyway.
have a talk with them.
Enough to talk about death.
And if we did it without her or her attendant, present,
Forrest is weird as fuck. True, fucking true.
I'd
They
still
did it.
say even with
the question now?
the key person present is
That is
her.
my only.
It's the whole point is for it to be helping with something they want to get, not something we want.
Oh, we're talking about that again. Okay.
I am a guardian spirit.
So, and seeing as they weren't around, I looked around, I did not see them in the chapel. My guess is they're probably unavailable, as I doubt they would have missed
Something
it on
that
purpose.
I brought up with Minerva. The only regret I really have, well, other than my father is not alive, I wish he was, is that he never got to see any of us marry or have children.
Yeah, I feel you.
I'm not sure how one does it, but
I'm born in midnight oil. I've
you
been
want
working
to
in the red
one
light.
day put a
Oh.
pin out of this.
Oh gosh,
adventure.
please make sure to get some
Settle
rest.
down.
I was also about to turn around and say,
Would you be
for
able to see
healing
yourself
purposes.
as fathers
Ah.
and mothers?
Base.
To mend bridges with the madam there. She asked me to do cleansing and healing there free of charge at her location.
I know this is.
A very
Come with me.
rigorous experience.
If you want.
Okay.
I usually stay equipped, but
Okay.
Can you make holy water, or is that something anyone in the academy can do?
I can. I got trained to make it back in
How
Eldoria.
much and how quick and how covert is it?
You just saw me make some.
Oh. Wow. Okay. So what's
I
the
just need pure water and silver dust.
silver dust? Oh, that is we could totally do that. Does it take mana?
Those are the ingredients. Yeah, then I mean, you can probably mix it and then
That's
I've
crazy
never
fucking
done it the
fast.
alchemic way. I'm sure there's a way to make it alchemically, but I use my ceremony spell to mix it, and it disintegrates the silver in the water and then imbue. Because silver is conductive with magic, so all the dust kind of just conducts the magic into it, and yeah.
You're gonna have a very important job. Because vampires do charms. And we don't know how bad it's gonna be. We did see Godfrey make a giant dire bat kneel using blood magic, so that's also going to be a potential. I don't know if you can do anything about that. That being said, holy water might be a fun little additional venture, but we're going to have to be very sneaky about it. Probably put it in people's water skins, and then just don't drink them.
It's safe to drink, to be fair.
Yeah, it is, but like, you know, it's money going down the stomach.
Yeah.
So, yep. Okay, cool, cool.
I do know I can remove charms.
Mm.
Just don't know how effectively. Obviously, I don't know if I'm just good at it or if I just got lucky with Garm. But
It's better than nothing. So I would very much like for you to stock up some mana crystals for yourself as much as you can.
so I usually just stick to mana potions since they're very quick on the recharge. Or I have a pocket Shizu.
Shizu is probably gonna be supercharging Morgan, so keep that in mind.
Probably.
But yeah, just have the crystals for
Just make
backup.
sure-
But having a mana potion is also really good.
Yeah. One thing also to note: make sure to also watch Shizu's mana reserves. She is known to burn herself out, and Shizuko doesn't mana burn. If she
dies,
runs out, yeah, and we've already had that kind of happen once.
Fuck, so basically I need to give some people babysitters, because Morgan is going to do the same thing, but we also can't afford to not have Morgan do that, or we're dead. Okay. God, I can't have you do it. Oh, wait, is there anyone that she will actually listen to? Like, when she's, like, really in the heat of things? Or is that just
Probably
you?
Stark.
Stark! That I can work with.
Because that's her leader.
Okay.
She will listen to Crystal Thorn.
Okay. Okay. All right. I can work with that. Perfect.
At least the oldest members. So
Yes,
like she'll
yeah,
listen
like
to Morgan,
Stark
she'll listen to
Mhm.
and Flora.
Okay,
Lux is the newest, so she's probably still getting used to him. But
Yeah.
they seem to be
But
getting
if
along
I
well.
just make that a Crystal Thorn task, that's really optimized. That's really good. I'm gonna try and keep people in their squads as much as I can. Okay. Okay. Cool. Then.
Well, as you can tell, I just run around wherever I'm needed.
Yeah.
Kind of my job at the moment.
Look, especially when we're going to be dealing with them, the thing I'm going to have you watch specifically is if people get charmed, and keep that in mind.
Yeah, it's pretty much what the spell does. It will attempt to break the charm instantly, and then leave a lingering effect to try and block any more charm effects for the next 10 to 20 minutes.
That's good. Okay.
I might be able to. I might have something that can stack on top of that.
Oh, yes, please.
Apparently, good thing I walked in at this exact moment. I've been attempting to develop a potion to help with fight enchantments. It
Yes?
is not. It is not 100%. It more will be a addition rather than a immunity.
Look, that's still huge because of what we're going up against. Granted, they can also control people with blood magic, so it's, you know.
Can I help you with something?
Filling Devin on something.
What's up?
But it is untested entirely. Again, I just completed the stabilization of it recently.
Well, if oh, I do not like this. I do not. It'd be better to test that on the most obvious subject, wouldn't it?
It's entirely on you.
Fuck. Okay, well, that's something that we can do. We can do that. I'm gonna hate it.
Yeah, it is, because the only way to test a will this help
Yeah.
prevent is to you take it and then let someone do it.
Yeah, and I'm the only obvious one. Other people are subtle. Oh, it's gonna suck. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to mentally prepare for that one. Okay, anyway.
And see who can
Let
do
me
it.
know when you want to do that.
Victor can. I trust Victor to do it. Yes, Lux?
Okay. I got Morgan's affinities and wrist size. I'm gonna ask Lenneth to help me. Hi, I'm gonna ask you right now. So earlier we came up with the idea. He doesn't know why he's here yet.
I mean, I
earlier
remember
we
what you
came up
mentioned during the
here
meeting.
Oh, that's a good question.
with the idea of easing the burdens on our two magical healers. I brought up that GMA's whole thing was that we have our
Yeah.
foci. I want to see if we can try and get foci made for Morgan and Nerali, be it a wristband or maybe an earring.
Morgan and Stark. Oh, wait, no, Morgan and Nerali. Why Morgan and Nerali? Those are already active healers.
To make it easier for them to cast.
Oh, I understand. I mean, that's great too. That's great too. I'm not going to turn that down. That's still pretty sick. Perfect. Okay. See if you can also get one for Stark, but we'll see.
Yeah, he's wind and
Earth. Yeah.
Okay.
Technically, only Earth. The Earth is like the only one he actually has, and then he has Zephy, who just kind of.
When you think about it, he has never touched his own affinity.
Yep.
Huh.
Kind of crazy.
You know what? Fair. I've never touched mine.
Get that the way. Professor, I'm gonna ask you, probably in another room, just so we're not talking over them, if we have anything on hand. Lenneth, would you be cool with helping me out with that, though?
Sure, I should be able to.
Sick.
She has been affected by
I'm gonna try and
anti-charm
recruit
stuff
Cortez
before,
as well.
so it does work.
I
It's
think
just
three of us are the only ones awake
it's
with
a
that
good
knowledge,
idea
but
to get an
make sure we
idea
have
of
everything we need
if
to
it
do it,
actually works even a little bit, because Victor can give a point of reference.
Professor, anyways.
Because other people are
come
way
with
more
me.
subtle when they're charmed.
We're not talking over them. All right.
Oh no, it's fine.
I'll let you know how that goes.
Dominic,
I was
bye
gonna say, I
bye.
think we're mostly done.
Yep, I think so.
I guess that's all I was
No, I think that's it. We haven't told Shizu yet about anything, but she can't lie. What do you actually, Gavin? We haven't told anything to Shizu, but she can't lie. What do you think we should do? I'm asking for your advice on this.
She can't lie, but she knows how to not talk about subjects.
Okay. If she is available, send her up this way. I know that she's really up in the funeral talk, and if she's really busy with that, don't disturb her. We have time to talk about this again. So,
Yeah, I'll check on her, see if she's. I wouldn't just chill up here by herself because I don't know if she'll be coming right up.
Yeah,
Or...
no, I get you. I'm staying around here anyway because I'm just making myself available.
Okie dokie.
I'm happy to be able to take the information back to my district. There's hope to those that are lost it and are despairing. I wish that all my people were healthy so they could have come to the
It is a rather tense moment.
funeral as well.
Sorry, Manacle's here.
They did not wish
Try to make a habit out of it, and if not, I will be sure
cause a
to
disturbance.
pester you
I'm
every
eternally
single day.
thankful.
Yeah, no, we're not going to be able to get everything done this episode. This is just the even discuss the ideas thing, because we don't even know what kind of funds of budget we're working with.
It was honestly.
It's like a one and done thing every single day. At least
My brain is tired. It's been sprinting.
is absolutely not helping.
I was
with
just
the
saying it
other.
was an honor to do that.
I think I did a really good job with explaining the plan too, in a very clear and concise way.
Your father was definitely loved, and sounds like he cared for each of you. And
Similar to Roderick, actually.
well,
Oh, really?
Ah, fuck, I forgot to ask that.
Emulates a bit of what I've learned from you.
I'll have to make a mental note. For now, I'm just going to close my eyes. I am overstimulated.
No, they're brothers. Trust me.
Thank you.
Need to catch up with
Completely different, huh? I think I have a piece of paper. Well, I cannot tell. I have never had brothers though, so.
Well,
I will pose the same question to you that I've been asking all these cadets.
someday you'll have your own children.
Seeing as times of
my
death
own
brings you
children.
to think about life,
I don't know. It's kinda
would you ever settle down out of this life, take a wife or whatever,
Well, you're still young, and so you'll eventually make
and have children of your own?
Maybe you've
What do you
only
think?
met them, just haven't,
Could you see little red-haired rascals running around? Or is the life of adventuring? Is that truly your mistress?
While adventuring is fun, there is someone that I do plan to settle down with, as long as they want to settle down at some point.
Hey, yo, Gav.
Well, I'll tell you this. Do not dilly-dally. Let your love be known and make it fierce.
She can change that legend, so long as it's something that she can actually produce.
Life is short, friend.
She could change it to venom, she could change it to fucking spinal fluid, blood, something that's in her stomach.
Still ticks for me. Those vampires aren't to worry about all this time stuff, but they have issues of their own, I suppose.
Oh, man.
Yes, what you said.
That
you would
really
settle
did
down?
take it out of me.
You should find this woman. Serenade her.
My brain is tired. It's so tired.
Sure, she would be very impressed.
Oh man, I want to keep my head down.
Do you know of who he speaks? They must be a very lucky lady. For truly one to take the eye of this young lad must
Like
be
storing healing potion to spit. I mean, honestly, if she makes like a false stomach,
might that be? What do you know?
and just like hold the fucking like thing in there, and then she could spit at them in theory, yeah. Oh god, oh.
I'm sure you'll have a good time.
My poor little autism brain. It used all that it could.
You're in!
I think
There you go.
to clean the windows.
Yeah, it's a really good question to ask, because if it is like temporary, then it's just better to like make a bunch all in one go.
They're like loincloths.
Trying to fall. I don't think I'll fall asleep, but it's it's closer to an emotional and mental fatigue than a physical one.
He has a lady friend.
If that makes sense.
Tell the undying love to.
Kiss Godfrey to death while pouring HP potion down his throat. Fuck yeah, dude!
Who this lady friend is?
Although I'm pretty sure most of this fight, Vev is gonna be pretending to be dead.
Desert?
Because
What do you
Victor is
call
going to betray the academy and
academy.
kill Rize and
There we are.
Vev,
Yeah.
Oh, this is for the kiddies, though.
which we will be pretending to be dead until it's advantageous to not be pretending.
Well,
Need help with anything?
waiting for?
I shall go fetch.
Nope.
Jeez.
Just get your
let
brain
me get 2
working.
vials from you when you get the chance.
Oh, I can do that now.
I heard my name. Okay.
Hello.
That might have been from above.
Thank you.
I am probably not going to be going out fighting today, so I can probably get you more than 2.
It'll help if I can try something new.
Yeah, sure.
Also,
Do some
Did you say my name?
experimenting. No, I didn't. But
I can.
Impressive.
No.
we are figuring out solutions to make things easier for you.
I have made myself a fool.
Yeah.
Duct tape
Cool.
on my mouth. Usually works.
That's all around.
I prefer getting you in the back of the knee down the stairs.
That on this day.
But yeah.
I don't.
That's been my signature move. I haven't used it yet,
I
though.
experience with that
I've been
very
waiting.
much so.
Oh, I think there would be a very good time for you to use that
I
very
want
soon.
to marry you one day, officially, and settle down and have kids.
I
Yeah, I'm just making myself
have
available
to go wait
here.
for someone.
Okay, best of luck.
I'll see you.
Enjoy.
You know what's
I'll
kind of
spend
crazy
as
for me to
much
think
time
of?
as needed.
90% of this mission, I have been in this room, in this building.
Hey, better idle than screwing things up, right?
Oh no, I wasn't idle. Not, not really. Except for when my legs were broke. That was idle. What are you looking for?
Victor.
No.
See you in the room.
You can check. Go ahead and check.
Downstairs at one point.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, what was that, Curtis?
Downstairs, I saw him at one point, but been a while.
Do I have to get your like?
I'll check the room and I'll check downstairs. Thanks.
I'm not gonna ask him for the price of silver when the little lord is right
We can
there.
tag out at any time. I'm pretty sure everybody would like me to be less hands-on.
I assumed.
It's.
I just heard stories.
I think you just need more practice. That's all.
And her mom was
It is a skill
sure it
to
would
learn
be
what to say and what not to say and when.
And I've seen her mother. She's a little scary.
Hey.
I had to learn it the hard way for many a year.
You want to see it?
Yeah, I've come to realize that when you learn from a man with a big axe and ego, and you don't have either of those, it doesn't come across the same way.
You should try something else.
Yeah, when you're a big, boisterous, lovable, muscle man. Well,
Really?
you know what I mean.
Like a big one?
It's a different
What are you
vibe.
talking?
I didn't see that form for her.
What's today's brew for the kids?
You're doing good.
I suppose that does put things in perspective.
Good choice.
Since I don't think your dorm would work.
Oh, hi.
If,
I mean,
yes,
recently,
I would take great
yes,
care
I
not to
guess.
anger her.
Don't let your
It would be a bummer to be squashed.
I will.
don't let
I
your
will be
mistakes slow you
respectful,
down.
But I will also stand my ground on the.
You should
desires
remember
I want
them,
to
of
be with
course.
Who I want to be with.
But don't let it hamper your improvement. View it as a lesson. We have done a lot of things during this
Your job.
whole excursion to Fallbrook that
Oh, yes.
has been a learning lesson for many people, including me.
As soon as I feel a lot better, I will.
It just means that you're getting better to your more ideal you. Focus on what that is and build to it.
Only one I got to see face to face was your older
Mm.
brother.
I imagine so. Yes.
Took me a long time to even find out what that even was. But I've got a pretty clear picture now,
Are they?
and it helps.
Are her siblings all as
Well, I definitely have new possibilities to open.
small but ferocious?
Honestly, not sure.
Honestly, I'm just gonna keep spinning around and seeing what sticks.
There was
or
someone here that was
blows.
looking for you.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of Anna already.
But ferocious, yes. I'm getting a
Here, use the
feeling that
markings.
your
That's
family
something I'll
is
show you
ferocious.
later.
Very good.
Small but fierce, as I've heard it be called.
I hope it stays that way.
Lavina.
I got her.
She's here, by the way. Do you know where
That is.
No.
Remember, you're three of you are all tied by blood. And blood is always thicker than water.
Yeah, it's really hard to catch him. That's why I try to do everything at the
That's
very
a
beginning.
bonus.
Because he
Not
usually
good
goes
break
off
even.
and does his
For
Zachary
one,
thing.
with the good
How's
news.
it going, Blue?
Which one is Vanguard
I think I
again?
could have an Evershine.
This one? Oh, it's occupied.
Sooner than later. I better
I've
be
learned
Knock, I
a lot
guess.
in a very short amount of time. So
Feel like
contemplating
a
things.
Vanguard's
man.
That's what I was going to do.
Knowing
Go
wolf.
knock.
Oh, Vanguard's this
Oh, it's that one. Okay. No, right, that's general. Uh-huh.
We will extend an invitation.
You need a
I'm assuming she's knocking for us.
I'm hoping so. Or she just straight up walked in. Oh.
If she doesn't meet me. Please tell
It's
me
fine.
about
They're just
that.
having a weird conversation.
First,
Is Zachary in there?
Is Zachary in there?
Yep. Yeah, go for it.
One
All right.
last bit of drinking here.
Waiting
so.
for one of my comrades.
On a day that's so clouded.
I do not like that the lords could just like wander around up here. It's such a problem.
I'm glad to
I mean, I
see
kind of caused that for at least a little bit for them to have private conversations, but I don't want them to loiter in these rooms.
I need to find one of my.
Love.
But I mean, I guess it's no, it's fine. It's just that we just need to have our actual discussions in private rooms. That's the problem. I shouldn't be pouty about that. It's 2 steps to go into a private room. It's not hard. Don't be a baby. They need a place where they can be safe
In
too.
that regard of what, like you said, the day being, ceremonial to those that pass. I'm sure in your religion,
If you want to
you're
come up
very
with
well
me,
versed in.
we can look
that
it over. I
Death
suppose.
is just the, yes, that death is just the beginning of the cycle. Things wilt, but eventually new things bloom.
Perhaps you two should come to the chapel sometime. You seem to know your guy.
Heard a little bit. I like to imagine.
I have
It makes more sense now.
No.
Maybe in like 200 years, that would be a weird concept.
Be good. Okay, I'm gonna leave you to think.
Wow, don't you look terrifying? Sorry, that was insensitive. I'm on the brink of dying.
Think of
so-
death, is it?
Yeah, kinda.
Hold on. Hold on. There we go.
Oh my god, you're so bright.
So
I know, isn't she
I
awesome?
expected you to be more like, I don't know, purple colored.
What?
No, of course not.
That's one.
Because the cloak was all purple. I wasn't expecting like bright, luminous.
That's the point. I'm supposed to
They
be
gotta look a
opposite
little-
colors. You know, I have blue hair on that one. I have like
Wait,
red, orange
are you
on
the
this
lady
one.
that has the owls and the broomstick 9000 and your shitty sidekick in crime is terrible running that store, by the way.
What?
I just want to.
He tries his
I
best.
broke in and almost stole your broomstick.
Why are you
Wow.
saying this?
You're gonna be
Okay, no,
losing-
I didn't.
Oh, so this
She's
is
here
gonna
to
go well.
save your life. You have no sense of self-preservation, man. Come on.
Okay, I told you I'm sick of the. I have no limit
I
at the moment.
apologize. He's a
I didn't break
fucking idiot.
anything.
I apologize. He's an idiot.
You are a big stinker, but that will be discussed later.
Okay, all right, I'll pay for
For
any
now, I am
damages.
here to help you.
Thank you.
We need the money.
Oh, look away at my gross markings.
All right, get naked.
Oh.
Well, she needs to see. She needs to see the marks.
On your body.
Okay, yeah, true. It is mainly on my face and my shirt, so that's it.
He will actually die. It's not gonna be a potential anymore if he pisses her off.
Markings. Ugh.
I can't believe it.
Thank you.
He lost the bedside matter with his stunt. Nice! Thank you, Zeno.
This is it.
Okay,
Looks like there might have been
Let me put on
some
my
in the
thinking
back.
hat. Hmm.
They are connected to my mana circuits as well. When I do my wind, they are affected.
Connected to the mana. I mean, all runes are technically. These are just simplest. I say simple. It's more simple if I have where their origins are from. Do you know where that is?
Oh god, where do I start? There's a whole can of worms that we've figured out with them at the moment, that they're possibly ritual runes for becoming a vessel.
He just has his shirt off.
Oh. Oh, I just wanted to give him,
Interesting. They kind of remind me of.
Him all the time like that. Turn it in the other form.
So.
Can you handle this? I have
Okay.
to go get things.
Get rid of these quite easily.
I got it.
It wouldn't be that hard.
Alright, thank you.
If people are looking for me, just tell them where I am.
I do need the exact wordage of each room.
Are you coming
so I
with
can
us, by the way?
properly take it off. Do you have
Outside?
Yes.
someone who
I don't know if we're doing it now,
has
but
the translation? I mean, I can do it. It'd be a very botchy job.
I'll see what's
though.
happening if you want to
And
come
it
with me.
probably won't feel too nice, and I'd have to come back and do it again and again. If I were to have someone that has these written down somewhere that are similar to these and that I can read the runes, I can do it. I can study it overnight.
I'm curious.
And
How far does
can
the
figure
whisper
it out,
go?
And then I'll be able to take them off.
Oh, Jesus, the whisper doesn't
My
really work.
tutor never gave me the meanings of words or whatever he did.
Whisper
to
does
do
not
it.
work. It only muffles.
It was a full moon, and they were meant to help with my control, but clearly that was a lie. So I wasn't all of mind at the time. So I have no idea how the ritual went, or what the words were, or... We do have the carvings written or drawn down in a book, if that's what you need.
The runes on it and the meanings, and I can decipher them.
I don't know much about my kind, to be honest. I'm not very useful in this department. I'm sorry. A lot of the stuff about Malar is new to me. And also,
The
to
range
answer your
felt
question,
different?
I do not want them to just be removed, no. That would probably end up killing me. I fear. If they're connected to my mana circuits, well, I want whatever magics have been put into said markings, I want removed. But I'm also telling you that if we remove said magics, I don't know what that's going to do to me, because I believe that they're connected to my other side as well. Referring to my full moon. And I don't know if that's gonna kill me, access or rush the process of me losing control on full moons and get rid of progress. Is there any other options? Any way we can get rid of them, I don't know, a little bit more safer?
You mentioned.
I don't think so.
By the way.
I mean, I
Are
would
you referring
prefer
to
to
the-
actually be
where these
really
are
close to someone to hear
drawn?
them than having whisper not work at all and just be able to
That's
hear
just
them from
something that
across the
Morgan
room.
She just has them written down.
At that point, you don't even
She's
need,
accumulated
just
a
don't
lot
even
of
have a
them.
whisper function.
That's actually perfect. I can read runes. I just need them written out perfectly. It gets a little botchy when it's on the body.
Okay, yeah. Do you want to talk to Morgan and see what she has in her possession? That would probably be better than
I can go fetch her.
theory crafting with me.
You are very cheesy.
I know.
So essentially, does it look like where the cuts are in between them?
It's a good thing you like
harder on your.
Do we know where Morgan
they're
is?
mending together at all, or does it look like they're not?
I'm coming up with.
She was outside last I saw her.
Let me take a peek.
Further out ones.
Little peek. Little poke. I guess I won't find them. Hi.
Are you looking for someone?
I was just seeing if I could take a quick glance around if I could catch Morgan. But it looks like I won't be able to unless I run through the entire city, so I'm not going to do that.
She might be in some meeting of some sort.
Probably.
Spoke
Either way.
with her shortly, but
Fair enough. Best of luck to you.
I have a
Thank
second
you.
It's
potion
wilting, or does
ready
it
for him
look
to
like
try.
it's,
And
On a series of tea here that frequent the tavern, so.
that'll be what I can give him today.
Knock knock. Knock knock.
Tea to brew for the
Knock knock. Knock knock. Knock knock.
We can break any
that.
foods and that kind of.
I know you've been wandering around
And I look
patrolling. You
forward to
definitely need to
experiencing
eat
a
and keep
lot
your
of
strength up,
firsts
okay?
with you.
Appreciate it. And I'm sure the kitchen staff would
We
like
have
to
reserves for you specifically,
variety in
okay?
what food they prepare.
Right. Hi. Hi. You're the exact person I need to find.
Pen.
Our friend needs
Um,
you in there.
Try to use one of our blood reserves. Put that in your
I-
pot over tonight and try to sleep in there tonight, okay?
Do you have
Give me a
the
moment, I'm
do
in
you
the
have the
middle of
book
it.
with the
We need to
markings?
keep
Because if
track
you
of
just
things
have that,
enough
you
to
can
keep
hand
him
that to me and I
safe,
can hand
okay?
it to her.
So try that and we'll see how that feels
Give me a
in the morning,
moment.
okay? And if Nerali's around, try to ask.
Oh, my
if,
head. My head's
If
melty.
Nerali's around, ask
What
her to
time?
keep an
Oh
indulgence
god,
over
it's
to see
there's so much more session left in my brain.
Sorry,
My brain's melting. Well.
Are you done with your patient, or?
That's the only thing that I
I believe so.
know about.
If you have no
is
other
just
complaints.
Very green.
That should be.
Apparently,
Try a piece.
something Zeffy did.
Yeah, maybe the
Make sure I
code broke.
can Have a word with you quick.
Sure.
Or he's turning into wind.
You will make an excellent wife.
Strict, I don't they would have an issue.
Hi, Boulder Nash.
Then he'll.
Hello!
Yes, we were having a
I was just
discussion.
having a talk with my bestie here.
Honestly, such a good choice. Such a good choice. Do you have the thing I need?
I do. Mind if I come with?
So.
If it's you, yes.
Yeah.
I'll
I
keep
see.
you comfy, Boulder Nash.
Check that. There's only one tiny problem though.
What has been going on with your neck of the
Alright.
woods?
I'm not sure if I can.
Oh, girl.
Good luck with that.
All right, give me the tea.
You know what?
Yes, I do. I love gossip.
I'll
Go
see you
on.
briefly.
Where do I start? You know what? Fuck it.
But I'm sure that
Go on, speak your truth.
I don't know if that's the right word for it. I've got.
All right. Well, okay. So, you know,
Gently rubbing.
despite my usual name, I can't lower my voice. It's very hard to do that with how loud I am. Well, let's see. The house guests are being obnoxious as usual. They're keeping the masters of the house from actually doing things that are, you know, beneficial to
Maybe we
any
should
of
take a
us.
step in this way. You know how they are with
Yes,
the
please.
fluttery, like, you know, invisibility stuff.
Oh, I know. Oh,
We just...
If Edgar
If
Edgar
that door
doesn't
opens, I'll
fucking
know about
know
it.
that I hate him at this point, then he is more of an idiot than I thought. That's all I'm going to say. But the house guests are being awful, as usual. The Caiaphas is being a bit of a doormat because I know he doesn't feel like he has a choice in the matter, but I wish he would lean upon the people that actually could help him. The district is overrun by, well, I say overrun, but riddled with people losing their minds because of a blood shortage, and now that I've found out that they're apparently relying on blood given to them from the siphoners, that is all chock full of drugs, and that's why it's causing them to all go nuts!
I see.
I don't know if it's solely because they're getting it from the red light district, which has a lot of people that partake in that stuff, or if they're adding it to their own, but obviously they have enough blood to go around if they count that in, so makes me feel like that they're doing it for a purpose, but I have no way of proving that. At least now I know why. Apparently, that's the one who told her about it. He didn't even tell me. I've been looking into this myself. Granted, with how much, our esteemed Lord Godfrey keeps his attention in his ear all the time, it's no surprise he has no time to tell me anything.
No, he
Even
has
though he doesn't tell me things because he knows that I hate him, and I will not... I do not filter myself for his fragile ego. Because if he's such a great lord, then he can handle a little bit of criticism. Obviously not.
Actually prefer leaders who actually take criticism because it means that they will actively improve themselves. And it means that they have the ear of the people.
Oh, he has their ear, but it's only by a vice hook around it, yanking them around.
That's not having their ear. That's having them at... I would consider that more
On
of
a
a
leash,
hostage
yes, you can say it.
situation more than anything.
Fear, hostage. All the same thing. He's an awful person. I hate him. I want him to leave. Something has the man more stressed than usual, and I know it's not just the funeral that happened today. I can tell when he's like feeling down about old Pops. This was a different kind of down. Something happened, and I'm sure he's not going to tell me what it was.
I have a choice here.
He knows I'd probably tell him what for. Or tell him the answer that should be come to, and then he will not do it because he's afraid. I don't know how to help him.
How subtle can you be, Baldranash?
Well, I'm sure you've picked up by now that there's a little bit of a thing that we like to call acting that goes into my external persona, because it makes it easier when people don't expect much out of you.
Okay.
But if I really want to be, I have the ear of the manor, effectively, because all the other gargoyles are coordinated through me.
Perfect. I cannot tell you what is directly affecting him. I do know it is, but I do know how you can help him. Simply be at the ready. There is going to be a big fight soon. The best thing that you can do is to be ready to spring into action when need be. Now, the hardest part about this is making sure that you don't tip off your house guests, whom will be watching you oh so closely.
They do and they don't at the same time. They just think I'm an absolute bumbling fool that was made as entertainment rather than competent security.
Well, that's the perfect thing, then.
Which means I'm doing my job perfectly.
Exactly. That means that you can do a lot of preparation under the guise of something completely absurd.
Well, I mean, I didn't go out of my way to create a whole contingency of security for the district with the gargoyles on the full moon night because I just felt like being whimsical. I had a feeling something could go wrong. I just didn't think it would be that explosive.
Yes.
But I do think about these things. Lucina and Caiaphas give me a lot of freedom to be my own person. Hence the whole personality thing and not just being a stone statue that says yes or no and nothing else.
All right. Then...
And if it honestly meant that I could give a little bit of a, what for the, people that have caused my life to be such a constant living hell for the past couple months.
Well,
then by all means.
I
Remember, they were here before you all. They've been house guests for a while.
Oh, you must be really fucking fed up then. The good news is you can be a direct thorn in their
You
side.
have no idea. I'm listening.
There will be a time where all of the brothers will mobilize, so to speak. During that time, make sure that your allies are prepared and ready to spring at the same time.
I take it you are telling me as little as possible on purpose. It's okay if you are.
I am, yes.
It's her thing.
Very well. I assume you know what she's talking about.
She somewhat
Vaguely.
doesn't. This is a part of the plan that is more on your faction's side of things.
Fair enough.
There's a part
The
that I
fact
have
that you at
here,
least
and there's a
know
part that I
anything.
know.
Look, the fact that you know anything about it at all gives me comfort.
Yes.
So what you're saying
But
is
the
there will
more
come
she
a
speaks, the
time.
more I'm thinking that I don't know what's going on.
Okay. So there's going to come a
but then
time
again,
and a place
that sounds like
where
every single
something is going to happen that is going to cause a lot of problems for a lot of people, and some that I care about, and that potentially there's a way to inconvenience people that I am not very fond of in the process if I were to happen to make a little bit of preparations of my own. Is that what you're saying?
More or less. I will tell you the stakes. Either we succeed, or, your house
Or we
guests
fucking
take
don't.
over the entire city and...
Say less! I understand completely. And that gives me more than enough
We've talked
reason
at
to...
length.
Yes.
There is what what we are doing, and then there is what people are doing topside, let's say. They will be helping on the
Sure.
topside thing. Because we need to divide and conquer and act precisely.
Okay, well, I should ask one clarifying question.
Of course.
That will help me understand the nature of the danger that this is being asked. Do my esteemed masters know, or are they going to be part of the crossfire that they need to be defended from?
This stays here.
Neither, in a way.
Caiaphas knows everything.
Mm-hmm.
The other two are in vagaries, but they are in communications enough to be able to leap into action when notified. They are more or less under the same thing as you. Prepare, but discreetly. But ready when given the signal.
The whole thing about, him being a bit of a doormat and being kind of strong-armed by
yes,
the big G. That's why I asked that question, as of if I needed to ensure that I don't talk about it to him for once instead of him not telling me things.
My honest suggestion is to not talk about it at all. Because these guys
Fair
can
enough.
turn invisible.
Good enough.
And you never know when they're listening in.
Oh, I'm well aware. They are fucking awful guests in that regard. They don't even give you a courtesy of knocking.
If anything, it'll just
Anyways.
give him more to worry about, so just be a pleasant surprise.
Of course, of course. I mean, it's not
I
like
feel
I
that you
haven't thought
should
that there was.
have
But,
this information now that I think about it. I can detect individual
Okay.
vampires. Big G is not one of them.
I believe you alluded to that on a talk about a river. But you did not specify.
I'm willing to specify now.
To his credit, he is incredibly powerful. He doesn't get into a position like that by being
No.
weak and easily thwarted
He's
in
old.
even the simplest of manners.
I think I can say this much.
But he is also confident.
The thing
Say
that you
as
are
much
preparing,
as you think you can safely do.
this is the last thing I am telling you, I think. The thing that you are going to be
Okay.
preparing for, specifically, is not Godfrey and his goons, but the his little pawns that he has littered all over the place.
I'm gonna have to do a sweep of the manor's gargoyles, more than likely. Knowing him, it wouldn't surprise me if he hadn't tried to
Put some of his own
commandeer
there.
some of them.
Mhm.
Not just put some of his own there, just overwrite their existences. They wouldn't be able to easily do it to me because that would be very obvious if I stopped
Right,
acting like
because
myself.
you're
But most of the others are, well, let's just say standard. So if there's a little
Yes.
bit of a shift, it's a lot harder to tell. So I suppose that will be something I will need to look into. As well as potentially, if that is what you are interested in, that whole apothecary of mists thing. See,
I'm not
here's
sure
the
how
thing.
useful it would be.
If you know where he is right now, if you could keep him busy for a bit, I could go take a visit back to the manor and, do a little
I cannot
housekeeping.
detect. I don't know I don't know where he is.
It's a matter of just, taking a little bit of a walk. I can walk with you. We could have a little talk. And, if we find him, I can just say, well, it looks like you have a scintillating conversation with my beloved rival. And I'll just take my leave and I can, do a little,
I ideally have someone else there, at least one other person, because we have been receiving reports that cadets who wander off alone have been getting charmed by them, so...
do it somewhere public. But have a talk in the tavern or something. Just keep him occupied. So I can look around.
Trick would be finding him first.
If that's what's needed.
It would be so funny. Get one up on him for once. Even more so in the time I threw him off the roof.
Which one are we talking about now?
Edgar.
Aha.
Oh, Edgar is.
You were saying. No. I'm not asking you to keep him busy.
Oh, that's what I thought you were.
You were saying that you suspected. No.
No, I understand what
You
you're
were saying
talking about now.
you were suspecting that he was potentially involved with it,
Yes.
which means that he may or may not have some things that could prove that theory hidden away in his quarters.
I like this.
I've also gained a potential favor from Edgar as well. I can spring it. The thing is that it's a information for information. I have fulfilled my side of the bargain. He is willing to give information on a subject. I do not know which, but I can make it pretty inconspicuous and push forward my own agenda.
And keep him occupied at the same time.
Whatever you think is best. I'm gonna make sure that people.
Because at this point,
okay,
it's
then
not about see.
Well,
how
never
you
mind.
think will
At this point, it's
distract
more
him
my end.
that you think is best because you know him better than I do. Do that. If you think you can hold on to that pocket leverage, I would do so because we might be able to use it on something slightly more useful. But if you are able to occupy him without doing that, then
The thing is, the problem is entirely information that is willing to be shared.
At this point,
I don't think we'll
it's
get
no
anything
longer
good.
about favors. Favors are nice. I want to be able to see this place in a year. So I can worry about the favors. Because if all this goes poorly, I'll probably be metaphorically dead or literally shattered anyways. So I have nothing to lose in this regard. I can be rebuilt.
Okay. I will see if I can find the man and try and have a discussion with him.
I'll take a little stroll in.
If you need
continue
anything,
making myself
send
available.
Thorn back.
Of course.
If you had not pulled me.
And once again, I return to my lack of sensory corner.
I just
Close eyes.
went in without even thinking. Everyone else was like, maybe we were supposed to wait, and my brain just went.
Whew, I am making good progress in such little time.
For all I knew, I could have been trapped in there myself if I went in. I didn't
My
know.
brain is pulsing.
But I just didn't want you to be alone. It just reminded me of once
I
again,
feel the fatigue.
how I ended up not getting to know you
Mentally.
at the beginning.
Well, this was a lot of thinking and planning and
Lose someone I was getting to know.
stuff. Since 9.
We have been
I've been doing this for
walking for so long, huh?
how long?
3-ish years, yeah.
Longer than that.
Oh yeah, no, I fucking love this episode. 3 hours I have been sprinting in terms of like mental process and planning.
These summers were so strange for me. Normally, summer breaks for schooling, we would go home. But I could not. And I am so thankful for everybody.
Look, it's insane. 2 hours and 20 minutes. Oh god.
I'm sorry, it sounds like you're looking for someone.
I already know
Anyone
for
in
sure I'm
particular?
not staying for all of that.
I am looking for Ellie. Of Crystal Thorn. Oh. I believe I just heard her and Octavia leave to the doctor's office.
I am not sure what else will
I'll
be,
check there next, after her dorm. Thank you, Lord.
could be discussed at this point.
Maybe.
I'm gonna see how I feel in a couple
small
minutes,
checkup on
and if
how you're
I
doing at
don't
your
feel better by
plant.
like 5 to 10 minutes, I'll leave. Productive day.
Which one's Crystal Thorn again?
Straight ahead.
I might give them.
This
No, no, straight ahead that way.
See what they're up to. It's late at night.
Because sometimes with stuff like this, I just have to wait and see if I can just breathe it out.
Are you tired?
Have you seen Victor?
Just went into Crystal Thorn.
Okay. Well, if you go to sleep in Crystal Thorn, you have a good night. If you want to use my bed, I'll meet you there.
Someone was looking for you. Did they tell you what they needed, Vic?
I can kick them out for a few hours.
I just
Come
sensed.
again.
Someone was just looking for you, and they went into the Crystal Thorn dorm. Did you speak what you needed to?
Yeah.
Good.
Cadet Gavin.
Yes, sir.
Apologies,
I am here if you
realized
ever
that
need
you
me.
have not debriefed me on your most recent expedition. If you have an opportunity now.
Oh, duty calls.
Oh, that's
Duty
awesome.
calls. You have a good rest. I can do that, sir.
Oh, my
Let's
brain.
head up to the teacher's lofts. Probably be best to get the information there.
Chip's not waking up today kind of worked out. It's going to be a lot harder when he actually is up, because he also can turn invisible. Oh shit, he got heat stroke? Oh fuck. Like, I still stand by what I said at the beginning of the episode. Like, there is so much heat going around that I think it would have been better to probably cancel the session, but hey, I'm happy with what I did do. I don't mind having to do this whole shebang again. Repeating it over and over is just the best way to make sure everyone's on the same page.
You alright, Beth?
Yep, I'm just taking what little mental recovery breaks that I can. How are you?
Yeah. It'll be better after walk.
Okay. Love you, and I miss you.
Hey.
Ooh.
Would offer you come with, but I know you're probably busy.
I'm not technically busy, but I am making myself available, which is me being busy. I'm just being busy right here, where everyone can find me easily. I think that's just
You
the
like
most
it.
advantageous thing. I love you. Best of luck on your walk.
Maybe you'll feel better after.
I hope so. I'm here to talk if you need to, otherwise.
Nothing can talk this out.
Okay. Yeah, that is kind of sad, dude, bro. Having Shizu talk to him probably would have been, oh, fuck, nice. Okay. Ooh, ow. Bleh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's it for today. I did good.
Yes, Savina.
Yep. What's up?
What'd you need?
Oh, nothing. I didn't say anything.
Caiaphas told me you wanted to talk to me.
What?
I'm gonna go now.
No, bye. Love you.
Fucked up.
Actually, I should tell people. Hey. Hi.
Oh.
Looking for me?
Hi. Yeah, come here. They're up there. We'll just go talking here.
Mm-hmm. What's up? How's it going?
So, gem and material, we're gonna see if we can. I'm gonna run up by the professor first. Because if we have the stuff here, then we can just use the stuff here. But if not, we're gonna see if we can put a commission in with the Hunters Guild to see if somebody can get the materials.
Good show. Good show.
I talked to Octavia about it, and I worded it as I'm trying to get something made for my girlfriend. So
That is a really good cover.
None the
I love
wiser.
that. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, sick.
So yeah,
Awesome.
we're all set there.
Perfect.
And I'll let you know when I know more.
Perfect. I was about to head on in myself. I've been doing a lot of planning, and I'm gonna need to let the brain rest. But
Go take it easy.
yeah. I'm gonna pass the knowledge on before I slip out. Oh, there's no one else to inform. I guess you're gonna have to tell him for me, Lux. Later.
I got you. Good night.
Good night. It's been a long time since I've ended early, but here we are. Beep. Oh. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think that this is the kind of headache that will stop, even if I'm not, like, in character. So I'm gonna I'm a dip. I'm sure there's a lot of lovely POVs that you can watch as well. Chaos, thank you so much for gifting a fucking tier 2 sub to Conf. You're fucking crazy. Thank you so much. Crostian, thank you for the primer. I wasn't even streaming that day. Thank you. Skelemordax, thank you for the primer. Thank you. All right, guys. I hope I made your night as much as you have made mine. Good night, my starlings, and let's find someone to raid. Woo! This was such a good episode. Such a fucking good episode. I am overjoyed. Oh, fuck, my head hurts. I was too big brain. My brain is getting bigger than my skull. It's too big. My brain's too big. Woo. Let's get... Yo, let's get Merlin. Oh, I'm gonna drink water, don't worry. I'm gonna have ice cream too. It's like Merlin's doing a shit ton of stuff, so I'm sure you guys will be plenty entertained. Merlin vibes, right? Yeah, it is. Alright. Y'all have a wonderful night, treat him well.
I don't know either, Lex.
Okay. Sorry, I have more concern.